Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Saultsports Network, where we are covering today the junior tilt between the Korah Colts and the White Pines Wolverines. Here to join me today on the line is Coach Mike Barlow. Mike, what are your thoughts today?
You know what, rain hopefully is going to hold off, and I'm hoping to see a nice ground attack from both teams. Last week we saw, was it Superior and White Pines, which was fantastic, so I'm looking to see a little bit of the same.
A little lopsided win last week by Superior over White Pines, so White Pines looking for a bit of redemption, try to get back in the win column after two big wins this year to even out their schedule. A little wet here today, but the rain is held off right at the moment. Looking to start in a few minutes with the kickoff, so stay tuned and welcome back for this game between the Korah Colts Juniors versus the White Pines Wolverines. I haven't seen this Korah Colts team play, Mike. They ground along the air, in the air.
They're a ground. They're a well-coached team. Not a lot of throwing, but what they'll do is they'll not. I don't want to say bore you to sleep, but that's what they'll do. They have a nice running attack, so when they've got you on your toes, they're going to throw in a pass or two.
Perfect. And is Korah at the top of the pile in the junior division?
They are. Yeah, they're seeded one so far.
And have they suffered any setbacks this year?
I don't think they have. I know a few kids who are hockey players are in and out of the schedule throughout the year, but I don't believe there was any major injuries for setbacks. So they look pretty healthy.
And number 7, Nathan Hyam.
And here we go. Looking for an onside kick already. Korah to recover.
Ethan Corkle with the kick. Like I said, onside kick. Traveled about 12, 13 yards, recovered by Korah. Took a knee, so play stops on the knee. Fielded by Charlie McMaster.
On their own 45-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 45 of Korah.
Look for a lot of misdirection. Korah is a really good opponent for that. A lot of nice calls from their OC on the other side. So look for some misdirection plays. Running backs are well-groomed.
Very good. And looks like Nathan Gazzetti might be back today. I think he missed the previous game with a hockey responsibility, but he might see the ball today.
Melchiori with a carry to the right. 18, Chase Venn.
Number 29, Peyton Melchiori on the carry. He goes around the right side and gets 6 yards, makes a 2nd down and 4. Number 18, Nicholas Loudon on the tackle for the Wolverines.
Pick up about 6 on the play, brings up a 2nd and 4. Nice run by Melchiori. Correction on last week's broadcast. We had mentioned that Dad Lou Melchiori played at Central Michigan. It was in fact the Ferris State Bulldog. So my apologies to Lou, and hopefully a big game for young Peyton today, named after Sweetness.
Here's an end around here. Great coverage by White Pines line. Good heads-up play.
Good heads-up play. Brings up 3rd down. Short a couple of yards.
Hunter Perhonen with the tackle, I believe.
Well done.
Number 43, Arthur Vincent.
And of course, the reference to Sweetness is, of course, the late, great Walter Payton, number 34, who was a big, I was a big fan of growing up, straight ahead power rusher. Melchiori a little more scat back, a little fast on his feet, and you should see him catching the ball or receiving the ball and making a lot of carries today.
I think you're going to see some of that today. Again, a nice run outside.
I think it was Cohen Menchelenko on the carry. Nice work outside. Off tackle run.
Yeah, pick up a 12.
Number 36, Cohen Menchelenko on the carry. He goes around the right side, gets 13 yards and a 1st down. The 1st down and 10 for the Colts.
Like we expected, Scott, on the ground attack. Not usual to go outside the tackles, but very nice
with
place.
Help from number 43, Arthur Vincent.
A little more emphasis on the running game in the junior ranks than we stretch our we spread our wings a little bit in senior and start seeing the ball hit the air, but keeping it on the ground.
Melchiori with the carry, horse tackle caller, should be a flag. No flag on the play.
No flag on the play. 51 on the tackle though.
Number 29, Peyton Melchiori.
Steve Nolan Day calling his name a lot today, as we did last week. Lots of tackles, but like I said, no call on the play. Usually you'll see the referees toss a rag there to try to keep the kids safe. But no call on the play. It stands as a loss of 2. bringing up +3, 2nd and 13 for the Colts from the White Pines 49.
Scott, as you mentioned, a lot more running attack. We have 4 downs in junior football, and I think you mentioned last week senior football is 3 downs to carry on the Canadian football rules. Good hard run up the middle.
Machelenko again.
36.
36.
Cormier.
On the carry.
Nice tackle from Cormier. He jumped up from that linebacker position. He's sealing those gaps, which is nice to see from a young
Number
player.
29, Chris Cormier with the tackle for the Wolverines.
And again, White Pines looking fresh this afternoon. Of course, they have a shorter bench than the Korah side, so for them it's a matter of keeping their offense on the field and giving their defense a break, because this high-powered Colts offense is going to run it at them and try to wear them down toward the latter parts of the game.
Yeah, we noticed that last week. Outside carry, a counter play, reverse.
Looked like
Little pickup of 3 or 4 yards.
Nathan Hyam
Number
on the
7,
carry.
Nathan Hyam on the carry.
Looks like they're
Comes
going to
around
be
the left side and gets 4, makes it 4th down and 4.
4th and 4, so they got a
Neshoba
decision to
Moore, I
make. But
Number 8, Neshoba Moore with the tackle.
Neshoba Moore, our player of the game from last week, up on the tackle, stopping for a 4th and 4. I would assume that with a short field like this, maybe Korah will go for it early in the game and try to maintain the drive.
Expect a pass play, I'm assuming. Number 11, he's got a lot of height.
Number
He got
11,
some nice
Marquis
hands.
Strawbridge. Yeah, we called his name a couple of times last year, one for a touchdown.
Oh, it's an outside carry to Melchior. If he gets to the outside, he's got that first down. Beautiful tackling. Well played.
Maybe close to the
Number 29,
first down. We'll see
Melchior
the
on
spot.
carry. He is stopped short of the first down. Nice defensive play. by
Steve
number
Nolan
51,
Day.
Steve Day Nolan. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the White Pines Wolverines.
Did
on
he ever
their own
clean that
40-yard
tackle
line.
up? He had his outside contain matched up, and he came in and cleaned it up, which is nice to see. Tackle by committee. I think we mentioned that last week against White Pines in Superior.
good pursuit, and first contact didn't bring the runner down, but turned it back inside. Got back to the line of scrimmage, not close to the first down marker. So White Pines will take over on downs, and it'll be 1st and 10 from their 39-yard line. Got a different start back here. We got Garen
Nice
Pine.
little cutback. Beautiful run.
Garen Pine with a handoff inside.
He's still
Get the
going,
number.
Scott.
The little engine that could. Making his way to the 50.
Very nice run.
Hard run by number 9, Daniel Pine. He fights his way forward to the 50-yard line and gets the first down.
Daniel Pine. He's a new player this week. Or we don't have him on our list, but I'm going to add him at number 9. We didn't see him last week carrying the ball, but my apologies. My apologies.
We have a Daniel Moore, so maybe
Daniel
it is the Moore.
We'll see.
We'll
maybe.
check that out.
Yeah. Thank you, Michael.
Again, a nice run. Another 8 or 9 yard
Another
carry.
nice run by number 9, Daniel Pine. He gets 8 yards, makes it 2nd down and 2.
So we got Jimmy Monaco calling the play on the sidelines here, and he's referring to Daniel Pine. We'll get that
Number
cleared up and
48,
see if
Ethan
it's
Sorreo with the
indeed
tackle.
Daniel Moore. Hate to see Daniel have a great game and not get his props. So we'll get back to you with a correction on that. Again, Garen Pine back at a quarterback position, working from the shotgun. White Pine 2nd and 2.
Quarterback draw to the right-hand side. You got a nice little seal block. Good carry, 4 yard carry, Scott.
Enough for the first down,
Quarterback
so we'll
keeper
move the
number
sticks.
19,
Garen Pine.
goes around the right side and gets enough for the first down.
Again, Pine, number 19,
Number
can
2,
do it a little bit of
Nixon Blair
everything.
with
He's
the tackle.
great arm for a junior quarterback. Is
With
able
some
to
help
run
from
the
number
ball
71, Connell
and
Smith. It's gonna be
quite
1st down and
confident
10
at
for the Wolverines
running
on
this
the Colts
offense.
46.
So we'll
It's
see.
a nice patient run, and you try to teach your kids, run behind your blockers, stay patient. It's not the fastest to the hole, it's seeing the hole and hitting it hard.
And the Colts defense looking to get their feet underneath them. Usually
There's
they
an
have good
outside
front
carry
push.
again. Beautiful block on the outside. Springs the running back. Almost like a jet sweep.
Sweep with Ethan Corkle, McCorkle, number
23
23 on the carry.
Ethan McCorkle on the carry. He
Nice
gets
little
7,
gain.
makes it 2nd down and 3.
7 yards on the carry. 2nd and 3. We're at 5:33
Number
in the
89,
first
Jackson
quarter.
Hiltz with the tackle.
No score so far, but the White Pines Wolverines are mounting a nice march down the field. A nice dry afternoon for now.
Expected pass.
Okay, so my apologies to Daniel Pine, who we're calling Daniel Moore according to our schedule or our
Oh,
player
beautiful
sheet.
block. And it's a first down again.
And you
The
see a
on the
flag
play.
coming out.
Let's see what the laundry is.
Number 9, Daniel Pine, once again on the carry. There is a flag down.
I hate when Mr. Monaco is always right. And again, thanks to Jimmy, my Daniel's son, who told me that an error was made last week, that it wasn't a 30-second count off for the
Looks like it's holding against the White
for
Pines
the
Wolverines. Will make
for
it
the
second down
delay
and
of game,
13.
but 20 seconds in this league. So again, thank you for that information, and we'll try to get better every week. So we'll wait to see what the penalty is. It looks like they're talking to the Korah captains, so penalty is against White Pines. Might be coming back a little.
Looks like it'll be 2nd and 13. Holding penalty.
And it's nice to see the 4-down football. Of course, the 3-down football in senior is much more high tempo, forcing you to go to the run or to the pass a little quicker. But now with 2nd and 13, we may be able to stay on the ground for these Wolverines. But expect the unexpected.
Well, it allows for some creativity for the coaches, which is nice. Expect the pass. I'm going to say we're going to look for a passer. He throws a nice ball.
He does. Low snap, brought
Korah
in
was
by
ready for
Pine.
that.
Number 9, Daniel Pine. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, makes it 3rd and 13.
So 3rd and 13 after no gain on the play, but now, as we mentioned, maybe we'll see a third
Number
and long.
37, Curtis
maybe
Price
going
is
to the air.
tackle for the Colts.
Garen Pine running back and forth to the sideline to get the play. Comes in and let's see what that offense brings today. Korah Colts have to be ready for anything. Pump it up, play in the run. Show more out wide. He can always be a deep threat.
We're going with a single setback. 2 wideouts, so expect a pass. But again, early on, they were successful running the ball. They had Korah on their heels. It looked like a tired front bunch. And again, that we've talked about earlier, penalties are going to kill you. And junior football, it always does.
And
Backs up for a pass.
wide open is 28. 28. Owen Bouchard on the catch. Rumbles a few, takes some tacklers down.
We do have a flag on the play, and I'm not sure what it was. It was in the backfield. I don't know if it was holding or roughing the passer.
Flag in the backfield. I think Pine was able to get the
Owen
ball off
Bouchard.
uncontested, so it's
However,
probably a
there is
hold
a
on the
flag
play. So
down.
it should be a shame after a beautiful catch by Owen Bouchard.
Again, a very nice pass.
It's going to be holding against the White Pines Wolverines.
And again, sometimes you're getting beaten, forced to abandon your mission and just bring somebody down to save your quarterback. Unfortunately, that comes at the cost of about a 40-yard gain for the White Pines Wolverines. It'll come back. They'll replay the down, but they'll have even further to go. And that's going to be frustrating for the White Pines coaches. I know that after the defeat last week, I know they were anxious to get back on the scoreboard and set the tone early and establish some points against a great Korah offense who will, or against Korah defense, because their Korah offense will certainly put up
So
some
it's
points
holding
today.
against the White Pines
And that's what's the
Wolverines,
most
makes it
frustrating when you're playing a
3rd and
team who's well
23
coached,
from their own
is you don't get
51-yard line.
very many options and opportunities to beat them. And when you do, you have to really take advantage of it. And again, we talked about it. Penalties are going to kill you.
Yeah, precision and execution here. So we'll probably go back to the pass. Oh, a nice fake.
Oh, he's
got
got
him
him
wide
deep.
open. He's got to get to the ball.
He was wide open. It was a great route, great pattern. He just missed him a little deep.
Garen Pine with the throw. Maybe a little slippery. Looked like it came out of his hands and faded towards the sideline. Neshoba Moore unable to get over to the ball to catch. But he was wide open. Maybe mark that one down on the playbook as a potential deep threat later in the game. So it looks like 4th down from midfield. Looks like the White Pines are going to turn back and look for a punt from Neshoba Moore. Hopefully we'll get a good snap. And kicks up. And it's a great kick.
It's a great punt.
Back to the 24.
Oh, and it's fumbled.
Touched and jumps right back into
Good pursuit by White Pines special teams.
McCorkle with the return. Had a nice ball. Oh, and a late flag again.
Number 23, Hunter Dickinson on the return for the Korah Colts.
Maybe a late hit.
Good coverage downfield by number 18, Nicholas Loudon, as he brings down the ball carrier. There is a flag down at the end of the play.
My apologies. looking at the wrong side of the scorecard. So it was Turner Dickinson on the return, or Hunter Dickinson on the return, rather. So again, as we settle in here, we'll get our numbers straight and get you back in the game here. Penalty against who, Coach?
An objectionable conduct penalty against the
on Korah.
Colts.
So that'll back them
Makes
up.
it first
They're
down and
looking for
10
first
from their
down
own 10.
on their 10-yard line. It's going to be an uphill battle from here, but again, you have to always be ready for the misdirection plays. Korah is very good at it.
And both teams playing with great sportsmanship, allowing others to march their ball backwards and giving them some free yards on objectionable conduct plays. So hopefully they'll settle into their discipline and play a nice straight-ahead game.
Great heads-up tackle by the defensive end. 51.
Number 36, Colin Manchelenko on the carry. He's brought down in the backfield by number 51.
Manchelenko with the
Nolan
carry.
Day.
Nolan.
Great heads-up tackle.
Second down and about 14.
Excellent to see a junior player that quick on it. Seals the outside, and he great form tackle. Well
They're
done.
firing through. I'm not sure if they're blitzing anybody, but they're certainly getting through into the backfield, and that's going to be a key for White Pines as they try to stop this high-powered offense. But a lot of weapons up here, and I'm sure this offensive line is going to get in sync here and hope to march the ball, starting from their 1 or 2 yard line. Ball inside.
Again, Steve Nolan Day in
Yeah.
the backfield.
Looks like 7 on
Looks
that
like
carry.
we're going to be
Number 7,
calling his name a lot
Nathan
today.
Hyam on the carry. He's stopped
The one thing
immediately
with
by number
Korah
51
is
once
they do a
again.
lot of
Steve
misdirection
Nolan.
outside runs, and a lot of the coaches now studying film at lunchtime with the kids. They're picking up on these. So if you can seal the outside, you have a little better chance with Korah. Force them inside where all your big guys are and your linebackers. It's a good opportunity for some nice tackles.
It's nice for them to set up the run.
Quarterback back to pass. Overthrown. Looks like 4th down. Korah is going to elect to punt, I
Quarterback
believe.
Bryson Sloss's
1:55
pass
left in the
incomplete.
first quarter.
Makes it 4th down and 15.
4th down and 15. Korah on their 4-yard line.
Bryson Sloss under center as a quarterback, rolled out to pass, is incomplete, brings up a 4th down. And as we wait for the punt to come, we'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. Players of the game today will be awarded a prize package from Domino's of Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials. So they've teamed up with Saultsports.com to honor the high school's top player of the game. A nice kick up the sidelines, out of bounds at the 38 of White Pines, or Korah. My apologies.
Punt bounces out of bounds. It'll be first
Yeah,
down
so it
and
looks
10.
like they're going to get some nice
Wolverines on the Colts
field
37.
position. If they can get that run game going again, they're going to be successful. It'd be really nice to see them punch a touchdown in late in the first quarter. Get some momentum going, get some positive vibes in their huddle and on the sidelines.
And earlier I was starting to mention about using the run to set up the pass. So a little misdirection, a little bit of counters, a few little tricky plays. And when defense starts thinking you're going to be running the ball, then when you sprinkle in a few passes and catch them off guard. So let's see what the White Pines can do here.
They've had a lot of success early on in this
Number
game with
23,
the outside
Ethan
run.
McCorkle on the end around the right side. He gets
almost,
second down and 2.
It's almost like a jet sweep, and
Number 89,
Korah's not picking up on it.
Jackson
Not only are they not picking up on that quickly enough, the blocking is fantastic right now for White Pines.
Yeah, if White Pines get that blocking into the second phase, they might spring one of their runners on an end around, an outside corner, and they have some big yards coming up.
And in junior football, you have to preach and preach and preach. Contain your blocks. Contain your blocks. Keep your feet moving. Good things are going to happen when your feet are moving. Nice hard run, a 3 or 4 yard carry. Looks like enough for a first
Number
down.
9, Daniel Pine on the carry. He
Daniel
gets the
Pine
first
again on the
down.
carry. First down coming up. They're going to move the sticks. And again, not only contain on the
Number
blocks,
48, Ethan
but
Sorreo.
sustain on the blocks too. Ethan Sorreo, there's another name from last
First
week.
down and 10 Wolverines on
I
the
think our
Colts
player of the
4,
game last week. So
26-yard line.
everybody contributing on the Korah side of defense, and White Pines looking to punch one in with 38 seconds left from the 24-yard line.
Run to the right again. Beautiful run up the middle. He's still on his feet. Good hard run.
There's that Nicholas Loda.
Hard run by number 18, Nicholas Loudit. He gets enough for the first down.
I think that's Nicholas' first touch of the quarter, so with a run like that. Expect to hear him called a few more times.
Number 20, Turner
So many
Dickinson.
weapons on
Number
these
48,
teams,
Ethan
5 and
Serrao
6
on the tackle.
backs and receivers
With
that are
first
able
down, 10
to come in,
Wolverines
touch
at
the
the
ball,
Colts
and
11.
affect positive yardage for both these offenses.
Yeah,
So.
it's really nice to see in a junior program having those weapons, because there are some years that I've coached and you had 1 or 2 and you really don't have anything to go to the well. You have an injury and you're putting guys in that don't know the game, which is unfortunate, because when you have an opportunity to have 4 or 5 running backs, it's fun to call plays and design plays.
Absolutely. And get everybody a chance for glory. 5, 6 different receivers and backs that are able to contribute for you. And, of course, you can't do that without your linemen and people blocking for you. But all the stars get the glory, but it's a team effort, and it takes 12 to get the job done. So looks like Korah Colts calling a timeout, not liking what they see on defense, so they're going to readjust, resettle, and their coaches are coming out onto the field to address those needs.
Yeah, White Pine seems to have Korah's front line on their heels. They're set at the ball, ready for the snap, and good things are coming out of their run attack right now.
It's impressive, just based on the size of the Korah Colts line. They have some big boys on the defensive line, and White Pine seems to be dominating them early. So
you got a good push. You got a good push early on, and keep your momentum. Let those backs do the work after that.
Of course, if your defensive front gets a good surge, then it allows your linebackers to free up and scrape to the ball and be hounds out there. So I remember back playing the Steeler ball, running behind guys like Stu Waite and Brandon Lewis made the job of the linebacker pretty easy. Vince Vavla and the boys scraping to the ball and able to make plays on the ball because of the work that the boys did down in the trenches. So we'll see what White Pines has in store here. Looks like Garen Pines wide out.
Empty backfield.
Emptied out to 23.
QB option run. Give a push.
And play to the whistle, boys. Keep pushing.
Another nice run by number 23.
Didn't get in, but
he gets down inside the 5-yard line.
Inside the 5 to the red zone. McCorkle on the carry. Looks like they're going to spot it about the 2-3 yard line.
And again, good design play. Usually when you see an empty backfield, you're expecting a pass, and with the quarterback's arm, you expect it. But this one, a nice end-around quarterback option run, which was well designed. And he got it to, what was it, the 2 or 3 yard line, Scott?
I couldn't see the spot. It's inside the 5, probably the 3 yard line. But again, Pine being their starter with White Pines, Garen is usually the one under center or in the shotgun position. That time he set out as a slot back, and McCorkle came in to take the snap, as he has a couple times, and that really keeps the defense guessing as well, because they may not have seen that on film, but always a couple surprises up the sleeve of the White Pines quarterback and coach tandem.
Yeah,
so.
it sure does.
Yeah.
It sure does benefit it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you need to start with athletes, and both teams, both sides of the ball, they have a lot of weapons, and coaches are doing a good job at play design.
Big shout out to the coaches who give their time volunteering, and for the love of the game, they've probably played at some point and had some success, and now they're sharing that with the kids, and it's great to see.
There's a run to the right-hand side. Again, Ethan McCorkle.
Number 23, Ethan McCorkle.
Right over the tackle. Great run.
The White Pines Wolverines
good power run.
And they take a 6-0 lead.
Great surge by the front line of the White Pines Wolverines, virtually untouched until he got to the end zone and was able to prance in. Going to look for the extra point from the 5. So they'll set up, and we'll see if McCorkle can put the cherry on the sundae here, running it for 6 and taking the extra point for a full 7 there. Looks like Neshoba Moore is to hold, waiting on the snap. Snap is good. Ding dong.
And hits the uprights.
Hits the upright to the
Ethan
left.
McCorkle's
Snap was good.
Clanks off the upright, and the score
the snap looked good.
Placement was good.
Yeah, the hold was nice.
McCorkle maybe just slipped in the wet grass and yanked it a little left, a la Scott Norwood. Sorry, Buffalo fans. Wide left.
Scott, it looks like the weather is going to hold out. It was calling for rain all night into the evening, so we're going to hope we can close this game off with some dry conditions. Let the kids play under some dry conditions.
We didn't want to golf tonight anyway. Too easy taking your money, Mike. So it's nice that we have a nice day of football. It looks like a lot of fans have come out to join in with these young athletes to celebrate this fine game. It's Beautiful night. Lots of fans, lots of friends, lots of brothers and sisters coming to watch their siblings. And they're in for a great day of football. So 7-0, 11:53 to go in the second quarter. And White Pines back to kick off. You see who's doing the kicking duties here, Mike?
I can't see the number. 23, I believe, and I'm going to say it's McCorkle again with
Sure.
a little pooch kick. And it's fielded by Korah's 36, I believe.
36 is
Number 36,
Menchelenko
Korah
again.
Menchelenko on the kickoff return.
Caught at the 40,
Tackled
turned
at
for a
the
couple.
41-yard line.
Good swarm tackling by the White Pines Wolverines to
Number
limit the
24,
return to 2
Adam
yards.
Hassan with the tackle.
They'll start at their 41 and see if they can march down and put up 6.
Now, Coach, I'm not a coach, so on that ball, would you not try to kick it deep and try to make the Korah Colts run the full distance of the field, or are you trying to just put it into that pooch position where?
Well, there's a couple
falls in the
options
middle?
on that, and you see it time and time again when you've got that nailed down. Is you want it just before the weapons, or you want it into, so you're basically kicking it to a spot. The fortunate thing for Korah is they had that wrapped up, but I think that was a little bit too deep for a pooch kick. They'll probably clean that
Number
up their next
Nathan
kick.
Hyam on the carry. He gets
I am on the carry for Korah. Looked like they
4,
grab
I
about
think, the
5
second down and
yards. We'll see where the spot is.
My
Number
mindset
29,
as
Chris
a
Cormier with the
coach
tackle.
is with a team like Korah who does put up points, you'd like to pin them back as deep and let them work for every yard that they get.
So it's a 1-yard gain on the play, makes it second down
If
and 9.
it's 2 minutes left in the half or the game and you're down a score, I can see a pooch kick or an onside kick. But in the second quarter, I would elect to pin them deep and let them work.
Absolutely. Of course, that was not a gain of 4, but a gain of 1. Must touch down a knee. 29, Pel Melchiori carrying on 2nd and 9.
51, Steve
Number 29,
Nolan
Peyton
Day.
Melchiori on the carry.
Stopped
He's
at the
been
original
beaten
line
by
of
number
scrimmage.
51,
I'll probably bring
Steve
up a
Dave Nolan.
3rd and 10.
Loss of 1 on the play makes it third
Another
down
stop
and
by
10.
Dane Nolan. Bringing up 3rd and 10. So, decision time here. Maybe we'll see something in the air. We've got Strawbridge out wide left. Big, tall receiver. He's got some wheels. We'll see if they elect to go to him. Oh, and White Pines got drawn offside. So, that'll still be a 3rd and long
The flag down
situation.
to move
Bring
it
up
before
3rd
the
and
snap.
5. But,
Yeah, they'll march him back 5 yards and reset.
and again, on any penalty like that,
It's going
they
to be against the defense.
assess the
5-yard
penalty, and then
penalty makes
the
it
third down
and
is
5.
repeated.
Good discipline on Korah's side. 5 yards a little easier to get than 10.
Absolutely. So that might change the play call. Maybe they go to the run now. Hand
And
off
it's an
inside.
outside carry.
Has to bounce it outside.
Well played by number 43. Arthur Vincent come up, sealed the end. He had nowhere to go. And great form tackle. Well done.
Looks like Caden
Number
Pattery.
88,
Nope. Diego Campana on the carry. Diego
Right away
Campana.
by Number 43,
Gain
Arthur
of
Vincent.
1
Loss
on
the
the
play
play.
makes it 4th down and 9.
Apologies, a loss on the play. So brings up 4th and 9.
Looks like they're going to elect to punt.
And I think that's the smart money right here, being deep in your Korah zone.
But always watch the fake, Coach. Always watch a fake. Never underestimate
I always
Korah,
watched it when I played.
right?
Oh, good pursuit. He breaks the tackle. And looks like they pick up the yardage necessary. 34 on the carry.
Number
AJ
34,
Cochmelio.
AJ Cochmelio on the fake punt. He goes around the right side, gets 12 yards and a first down.
And it's amazing. You see it coming. Man up on the point of attack. White Pines had a tackler there. He
Number
got
29,
out of the
Chris Cormier,
grasp.
Number 56, Austin
Didn't have
Crowley
that
with
goop
the tackle.
tackling that they had
First
earlier.
down
And
and 10, Colts from their
they're
own
able to move the
53-yard
stick.
line.
So
And that's very important on the defensive end. The defensive side of the ball is to always keep your eye on the ball. Keep your head up because you never know what's coming. 4th down is a tricky in junior football.
And White Pines may have been getting caught ahead of themselves trying
goes-
to. Oh, ball's loose.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Good heads-up play by the defense. Ball's on the ground. Late to pick it up.
Number 34, AJ
And they push it
Cochmelio
back.
on the carry. He
8
breaks
yards.
a couple tackles, but he's brought down for a loss. It's going to be 2nd down and 16.
White Pines Wolverines doing a great job
Number 11,
getting into the
Benjamin
backfield.
Potter.
2nd and 16. Big loss on the play. So the green machine is coming to play and packing some heat. So maybe the Colts will have to readjust. And
I think there's an injury timeout, Scotty.
there is. Looks like number 34 down on the play. AJ Kochmelo, maybe.
Well, I noticed
Doesn't
on
look
that
serious.
run, he hit his head on the ground after the tackle, and he was shaking his head. So I'm just hoping he is okay. He may have got his bell rung, and just to get him off for a little bit, let him reset, get some water, we'll check him out, and hopefully he gets his 3 plays off and back in the game.
And the mom and grandma who are watching at home, or anybody that knows AJ Kochmelo, he is walking off under his own power, under his own steam. So looks like a minor injury. He will hopefully rejoin us after a 3-play stop. As you know, that in this league, if you get injured and cause an injury timeout, you are mandated to sit out a 3-play minimum to make sure that you are in fine shape to play. Second and long,
Number
not much of a
29,
gain.
Chris Cormier, he came through that.
Number 48. Ethan
That C
Serrao
gap,
on
and,
the carry, gets back to the line of
he just
scrimmage,
shot
makes
it.
3rd and 16.
He sought it out. He came right through,
Number
untouched,
29, Chris Cormier,
eye on the
number
ball,
51,
and a
Steve
job to do.
A. Nolan with a tackle.
Yeah, well done.
Well, even from watching the some of the junior games earlier in the season, you see a great deal of progress. Some of these kids have been playing SMFL, but even their growth since they started this season has been remarkable.
Absolutely. Looks his pass, getting chased out of the backfield. Great pursuit by the defense, number 43,
Number 43,
Arthur Vincent.
Arthur Vincent brings down
Left
Stock,
side of the
quarterback,
line looked to bite
sack,
on the
third
quarterback
loss of the
fake,
play,
but
makes a 4th down
the
and
right side
18.
was able to sniff that out and string it out. And after a long run to the left side of the field, they were only able to pick up a 1 yard maybe. Brings up 4th down.
White Pines D-line and corners are doing a fantastic job sealing the outside runs and really getting a nice push. And when you're getting that, the quarterback doesn't have a lot of time. And again, no time, your plays don't develop. And in junior football, it doesn't take much.
And I know that when you're running the ball, oh, it looks like another fake again. Number 7, right? 7 on the carry, Nathan Hyam. A little ill-advised in my book with a 4th and 18,
Number 7,
but
Nathan Hyam on the
we will
punt. He
see
stopped
what.
short. It's going to be 1st down and 10 for the White Pines Wolverines on the Colts 50.
All right, so White Pines with a big defensive stop, handing the ball over to their offense. We'll see if they can take advantage of 1st and 10 from the 50, looks like.
Looks like the coach is looking for a late hit out of bounds, but I think he was on the line, and to prevent him going any further downfield, just a safety tackle, I would call it.
So White Pines gets the ball. Let's see what they can do of it.
This is where you want the opportunity to score. You're not going to get a lot of these opportunities.
Karen Pine with the handoff. There's a flag on the play, but a nice tackle by number 46 for White.
Looks like a
for
hold.
Korah.
Number 48, Ethan Serrao with the quarterback
Number
sack,
68.
loss of about 4. There is a flag down.
Not 46, but 48. Ethan Serrao on the tackle. I didn't see the penalty on the play, unless
like
there was
the
a face
front-
mask on the tackle. Looked pretty clean up front.
Looks like the guard may have held, but even with the hold, defense came in and made a nice tackle.
Absolutely.
Nice to have those types of players. If you're held, if you're interfered, and you're still making a play in the tackle, it's really nice to coach a kid with that much
So it looks like
guts
the
and
penalty
glory.
against the
Wants to get the
Wolverines
job done.
is declined. 2nd and 13.
Sometimes when you have a penalty against you, lights the fire and pushes you to dig deep and find something. Number 8 wide open. Shoba Moore with the
He's
catch.
caught it. What a great pass and catch.
Put a lot of air under that one.
Garen
Did
Pines passes
Garen Pine, but
downfield to number 8, Neshoba Moore.
Great
Completed.
concentration.
28 yards and a 1st down.
complete down to the 24, bring up a
Number
first
7,
down.
Nathan Hyam
Garen Pine with a
on
nice
the
ball.
tackle
Very
for
nice
1st
ball.
down and 10.
Nice
Wolverines
little
on
rollout
the
boot.
Colts 24.
Nice pattern, and it was actually covered quite nice. But concentration on the receiver, I believe it was, you said, Neshoba Moore?
No, Shoba Moore with the catch, yeah.
Yeah, great concentration catch. Advances the ball to the Korah 24-yard line.
Word here
First
is
down.
put 30-yard pickup, so nice ball. Garen Pine with the keep. Sniffed out again by the Korah defense, so looks like
Quarterback
number
keeper,
37.
19, Garen Pine, is brought
37,
down for a
Curtis
short
Price
loss.
with the
It's 2nd
tackle.
down and 13.
Or is that 87?
I believe it's 87. Scott.
87.
Yep.
Aiden Wanch, of course. had a great game last week. My apologies to Aiden.
Number 87, Aiden Wanch with the tackle for the Korah Colts.
So a nice tackle, sets up second and 15 yards from the 34. And he had some success in the air. Maybe Garen Pine decides to loft it up again. Only second down, though, so we'll see. Could be a running.
Second and
play.
14. Timeout, Korah.
Timeout called by the White Pines Wolverines.
That is the second timeout
Timeout
called by
called by
Korah
the
in the
Korah
first half here. And we'd also like to acknowledge our sponsors tonight for this evening's game. Elite 8 Basketball Academy, Huron Superior Catholic District School Board, our Algoma District School Board, of course on the radio, KISS 100.5 and Country 104.3. We'd also give a shout out today to Freeze Frame Photos, who I believe is Bob Davies.
I believe it is.
Taking photos of both the junior and senior programs as well as other sporting events through the Sioux and area. So GFL Memorial Gardens also glad to have them on board as a sponsor today. So thank you to all those. Make sure you support those businesses. And if you have any questions, be sure to send an email or a note to Saultsports.com. We can answer any questions, direct you to those sponsors. Also, if you have a business and you'd like to sponsor, feel free to contact us and we will get back to you as soon as possible with any opportunities that you might have to support our local high school sports. McCorkle on the carry, 23 on the end around. Gets to the sidelines, brought it down after a gain
goes
of
around
5.
the right side and gets back to the original line.
And just to add on that, Scott, you had
third
mentioned
down
if you're
and 10.
interested in sponsoring anything with the Sioux Online, Saultsports@gmail.com.
Number 23,
It's
Hunter
Saultsports@gmail.com if you have any interest in sponsorship.
And we also need some help with the refereeing or officiating, so if you know everything about football, and
That's
you'd
why
like
we're
to
up here,
join us,
Scotty.
Armchair quarterbacks. Again, Pine with a carry.
Yeah, he danced around. He got 3 or 4
Number
yards,
19,
5
Garen
yards.
Pine goes around the right side. He gets about 3. It's going to be 4th down and 7.
And again, Garen Pine, one of many Pines
87,
of
81
Matt
for the
and
tackle
Sherry.
for
Of
the
course,
Korah Colts.
Sherry being the athlete in the family and dancing around back there, making everybody miss. And some great athletes, both Garen, Grayson, Gage, and many other Pine legends in the Pine family. So
Looks like a 4th down here, Scott, and White Pines looking to punt. Let's see if there's any trickery here. Snap is high. He gets the punt off.
More rushes to get it off, but he puts it down inside the 10.
Looks like a flag on the play. I'm going to say it's going to be the 5-yard. No 5 yards, pardon me.
Nixon Blair. He brings it out to about the 16.
We'll see what the referees
Nixon Blair
have.
on the
First
return.
down and 10 Colts.
Brought back to 16. See what the flag is about. Now, again, these coaches have me
11,
questioning.
Benjamin Potter with the tackle.
I would think with 4th and 5 that maybe the White Pines would want to go for that on 4th down. Or
Deep
even
in their end, I would have elected to maybe
There's a
go for
flag
it.
down,
They've
looks
been
like
running the
12
ball
yards
well.
against the
So
White
for
Pines
5 yards,
Wolverines.
worst case scenario is you pin them deep in their end, and they have to work just as hard. So a punt, if it was a nice punt and deep in the end zone, you will get the rouge. But it was a high snap, and unfortunately they only got 3 or 4 yards out of it because of the penalty.
I think
outside
one of the
run.
goals. Go ahead.
Outside,
Little high
Malcurie
tackle.
tries to get to the end.
Nice play
Number
for
29,
Number
Peyton
18.
Malcurie on the carry. He stopped
3 or
for a
4
loss.
Wolverines on the
Second down and
stop.
13.
Nicholas Loudon, he got out there in a hurry because Malcurie's got a little bit of wheels,
Number
and for
18,
Loudon to
Nicholas
sniff him
Loudon
out,
with the tackle.
that was well played.
Number 4 helping up Jacob Day on the play, coming up from his DB spot, looking to help out. As I was saying on the 4th and 5, though, if you run it and even if you don't get the first down yardage, you still have them start at the 15-yard
Absolutely.
line and not much worse than a punt in this case. But again, the rouge was in play, so that probably explains the coach's decision. Colt falls forward there. Looks like number 46.
Yeah, for a carry of 3 or 4 yards. So it looks
Number
like it'll be
48,
3rd down and
Ethan
9. Scott?
Sorreo, he goes straight ahead, gets both 4, makes it 3rd and 10.
So obviously Soreo's uniform is rolled up because I keep calling
Number
46
58,
instead of
Wayne
48.
Jones Reed on the tackle.
And Brings up 3rd and 9 for the
With
Korah
help from
Colts.
number 68, Keegan Dane.
White Pines defense is sure keeping them in the game. We just need some points to help out their cause. It's an end around. 23 running on the outside.
It's Hunter Dickinson trying to get to the corner.
Great tackle on the outside. Looks like a flag again.
Number 23,
Should be a hold in the backfield on
Hunter
that end
Dickinson
around.
around the right side for
Hunter
no
Dickinson with the
gain,
carry.
and
No
4th and
gain.
10.
4th.
the rate and the show.
4th and 10 now.
Defensive play.
Show more in on the tackle. Of course,
There is
laundry
a
day
flag
at my house today too. So we'll see a lot of flags today until they settle in. And
If it is a hold in the backfield, I would suspect White Pines will decline. It'll make it 4th down and 9. And if they elect to take the penalty, it's going to be 3rd down and 19.
And again, one less chance for Korah to get uncorked here. I think White Pines is smart to decline this, but we'll see what they decide. Looks like they're marching it back to the 22-yard line, which should bring up for 4th down and 9 or 8. My apologies. Looks like a major. It's going back 15.
10.
10.
Yeah, 10 yards.
Okay.
Holding.
Okay. So
difference of opinions. I'm sure there's, again, you had stated the armchair coaches.
So it looks like
Why
the
take
flag
the
is against
penalty?
the Korah
Why
Colts. It makes it
why
3rd down
decline
and
it?
20.
Couple options. Obviously, defense has been playing well, so back them up. And now it's 3rd down and 20. And
ball rolled out. Nice throw.
great tackle.
Beautiful
Nice
tackle.
throw. Beautiful tackle. 18
Louded
again.
in on the
Louded.
tackle.
He's having a great game, Scott.
He really is. Hunter
Bryson
Dickinson with a
Sloss'
beautiful
pass
catch.
complete to number 23, Hunter Dickinson.
Nice rollout by
Gets about
Sloss.
8 yards,
Caught him
makes it
on the
4th
run,
and
but
13.
Mr.
18, Nicholas Loudon.
Loudit had
On the
nothing
tackle for
to
the
do
Wolverines.
with that. He was having none of it.
You
So
know,
nice tackle. 4th and 8.
having declined, or sorry, accept that penalty, the coaches really are putting a lot of faith in their defense. And you know what? As a defensive player, you love to see that. You want the coaches' faith. You're going out there doing the job, and they have been this first half. So good on them, and well done, coaches.
And it looks great when it does work for you. And obviously these coaches know more than I do. So well done. Looks like a no-yard call on the play.
And your punt is fielded by
Number 88.
Shoba Moore at the 40-yard line.
As an
There's a
armchair
flag
quarterback,
down.
that is our job. We get to question the calls of the coaches, but they have film on their side, they have stats on their side, and they know their players and what to expect from them. So obviously the White Pines group said we're trusting that our defense will make the stop. So kudos to them for having a finger on the pulse with their club.
Absolutely. Yeah, faith in their defense. And again, as we both know, defense wins championships. Defense generally wins games. Offense has to put some scores on the board, but when it comes down to it, defense has got to stop the run, stop the pass, do their job, do the dirty work, as you know, Scott.
So it's a
And
no
the
yards penalty against
The defense,
Korah
obviously,
Colts.
in many
Ball is
cases
advanced
too, is
15 yards, be first down and
group
10.
that
White Pines at the Colt
has to
25
come and
yard
answer the
line.
bell until the offense settles in and finds their rhythm. So a defensive team is crucial for an offense to get started. There we go on the outside again.
Scott, in all my
Ball's
years of
out.
coaching and playing,
Ball's open, whistled down.
Number 9, Daniel Pine on the carry.
it's always
He's
been
tackled
preached to the
for
kids
no
on
gain. It's
defense
2nd down
that
and 10.
they're the only team on the team. So the defensive squad is the only team
Number
that can score
88,
points.
Diego Campagna
They can stop
with the
points.
tackle for the Korah
So they take a lot of pride in that. And being a defensive player, I'll tell you, it takes a strong-willed player, a good mindset, and just a hard-nosed grind all game long, because on offense, all you can do really is score points. You don't really have the chance to stop. So defense has a big task every game. Oh, great fake pitch to the left. And a
Wants to
great
bring it
run
back.
by 19.
Saw 3 men out wide.
Garen
Decided had to
Pine.
come back, gain
Number
a few
19,
extra
Garen
yards,
Pine
some
on
tough
the
yards
quarterback
inside.
keeper. He gets it down to
Almost
the
looked like a dance
22-yard
competition out there.
line.
He's got
Makes it
moves like
3rd down
Jagger,
and
Scott.
6.
Moves like Jagger, absolutely.
Kind of
Number
resembled
48,
you at that wedding a
Ethan
few weeks
Terrell
ago.
with the tackle.
The spirit moved me. Again, referring to our buddy Corey's wedding to the lovely Suzanne. So congratulations to those two newlyweds and lovebirds. And come on out to watch some football tonight. Garen Pine rolls out. Had a man.
He had a
Pass
man
intended
open.
to 51.
Karen Pines passing.
They were
Steve
moving the
Nolan
ball
Day.
well. They were
Steve
moving the
Dave
ball well.
Nolan. Ball's incomplete.
But
Makes
one
it
little
4th
setback
down
there.
and 6.
4th down and 6. So with 2 minutes left in the first half, they may elect to go for it, as you stated earlier. They decided last series to go or to punt it away. So let's see what they choose to do here.
Well, I'm done prognosticating, Coach, because I haven't been right so far.
They're trying for a long field goal.
And explain to our viewers and listeners the rules on a field goal, Coach, but they will try to attempt a field goal from the 21-yard line. What are the rules if they miss wide?
So essentially, when they miss, the ball is still live. As long as it doesn't go out of the end zone, side or back, the ball is still live. If it's tackled in the end zone or the ball does go out of bounds, it's considered a rouge, so it's a 1 point for the kicking team. Now, on the flip side of that, the defense has a chance to run it back. So again, your cover has to be well designed. The kick has to be nice and deep, and obviously the hold. You're hoping obviously to make the kick, but you know it's a big ask right now from their kicker. You're looking at a 27, 28-yard field goal. So let's see what McCorkle has in his leg.
And sometimes you get players, even at the pro levels, watching the kick and seeing if it's good and forgetting their contained responsibilities or downfield responsibilities. So snaps down. It's placed good, placed well.
Oh, it was a nice boot. Very nice kick.
But it's a deep kick.
Let's see how the contain is.
If we can get out tackled in for a rouge. Rambles out past the one.
And he's out at the 6-yard line.
6, 7 yard
so
line.
well done. Well done, number 23, Hunter Dickinson.
That's good heady play by Dickinson.
The field goal
Kick was missed wide
to
left.
the left and is run out to
Run out
number
to
23 Hunter Dickinson. It's going to be 1st down and 10 Colts at their own 20.
gave him because they ran it out and there were no points awarded. The ball starts on the 20.
Right, so he does have the option to take it back, and if it is a touchdown, he does go the whole length of the field. It is a score. If it is tackled, play is dead, and ball is spotted at the 20.
So we have 1:51 to go. Enough time certainly for a score for Korah if they march quickly down the field. White Pines Wolverines obviously looking for a counter to that. Maybe a pick 6 going the other way, or at least a stop to only go down by 6 at the half. So looks like a ball inside to Dickinson. Bunt butts it out to the middle.
That's
Gets
a
the
nice
corner.
run. That's a great run.
Loud at the last guy to bring the runner down.
Number 23, Hunter Dickinson, around the left side for 20 yards. He gets the 1st down.
Didn't look like much available there, and
18
Hunter
yards.
Dickinson made something out of nothing.
No, you're absolutely right. I thought it was going to be a 2-yard carry, and he looked like he was stopped, but good for him. Good hard run. Defended off, I'm going to say 2 or 3 tacklers, and still made a 20-yard, almost a 20-yard carry.
Yeah. And again, these defenders have to wrap and tackle and bring down by committee because some of these backs are strong, powerful runners. So 1st and 10 from the 39 of Korah as we near the end of the second half.
Nice hard inside run.
Oh, boy. There goes Sorreo. Can he take it to the way? He's rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. White Pines defender coming to close. Brings him down at the 6. Nice tackle after a lengthy
That's a good hard
game.
run. Great inside run. Looked like
Number
a dive.
48,
He hit the hole
Sorreo.
going 100 miles an hour, which is
Breaks a
fantastic.
big run down the right sideline above 70 yards.
And I'm glad I was not on
First
that field to defend that because, first of all, I bid
first
for
and
the
goal for
quarterback keep, and then Sorreo coming through the line, bringing
Like a
the
freight train.
bringing the load and rumbling down. Pretty mobile for a big fella and brought down all the way to the
saving
6.
tackle by number 8 in the Moore.
8 and Moore coming a long way from the other side to make the tackle, and well done to stop the touchdown. 1 minute 26. Let's see if they're able to punch it in. It'd be nice to see Sorreo carry the ball and to cap this one off, but I think he would rather take a powder right now. Maybe he'll back for the 2nd down. It's 23, Hunter Dickinson around the left end. Brought down after nice pursuit by the White Pines Wolverines. Try to get a number on the tackle.
Hunter Dickinson on the carry.
Got to carry 3 or 4.
1:05 to play. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down.
Second down and 3.
Arthur Vincent on the tackle.
Second and
Arthur
4.
Vincent on the tackle for White
With
Pines.
help
So
from number 11, Benjamin Potter.
Benjamin Potter mentioned along with the assist on the tackle. Brings up second down inside the 3.
Let's look for an inside carry right up the gut is what I'm going to
Second
suspect.
and goal. Judging by the last ball, I would give it to Sorreo, but we'll see what Sloss wants to do. Looks like Melchiori.
Oh, the ball's out.
loose.
Ball's out.
A big
Recovered by White Pines. Big hit.
lick,
Ball
56,
is loose.
58.
I think Malcurry was on the carry.
White Pines Wolverines.
And tackled by committee. Ball
Austin.
is loose.
Looks like Austin Crowley there with the fumble recovery. A big lick put on Melchiori by the White Pines Wolverines. Ball comes loose.
Looks like number 18, Nicholas Lauda with the fumble recovery, and it'll be first down and 10. Wolverines on their own 2.
That was a
All
beautiful tackle.
Gave credit to Nicholas Loudit on the recovery. Beautiful tackle, like Coach said. And again, don't forget to join us tomorrow as we have another heavyweight tilt in the junior division featuring the Spear Heights versus the St. Mary's Knights. Coach Barlow's St. Mary's Knights looking to get in the win column again to go 3-3.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough task. Superior's
Number 23, Ethan McCorkle.
they're a
on the
well-coached
carry. He gets
team.
out
They're
to
a
about
hard-running
the
team.
3-yard line.
Hopefully we're up for the task tomorrow and the
Be second and 8.
conditions are dry. You always hope for a nice dry game, whether you're spectating or coaching.
And hopefully a bounce back game because last week was a tough loss at the hands of
Number 75,
Korah Colts.
With the tackle for the Colts.
these Korah Colts were in town last week. And
Yeah, we've had some injuries on our defense, and you know what? The whole motto is next man up, and that's where you test your will. And we fell a little bit short. First half was decent, but again, with the injuries in a short bench, we just couldn't keep up second half. So hopefully we've got some healthy players back on the field and look to go 3-3 on the season and get ready for the playoffs.
And of course, I listen to and hear some of those familiar names from SMFL, minor football, and some great athletes like Alec Hayes and Ethan Agua and such, maybe getting a few back from injuries. And of course, this time of year, it's a war of attrition. A lot of teams are faced with injuries and illness and this COVID and the flu season. It'll be nice to get back to playoffs with a full roster, and hopefully everybody stays healthy and we have a great finish to the season.
So it looked like McCorkle was down. I don't know if he was part of the committee on that tackle, but he is walking off on his own. Looks like it may have just been a stinger maybe.
And he's been asked to play both sides of the ball, and he's been doing a great job today. So maybe the little break will do him good just before the half.
For sure.
41 seconds to go. 6-0. Korah's leading. Looks like second and about 8 yards. White Pines deep in their zone, so they don't want to be caught into the backfield or into the end zone. And it looks like they got back to the 1-2 yard line, but loss on the play. 31 seconds remaining.
I think at this point, straight ahead running out of the backfield.
Number 9, Daniel Pine on the carry.
Take your licks. 31 seconds. Get out of here on top. 6-0. Get some momentum going into the second half.
Third and 11.
And I would do here is just run the ball, make sure
Number
you get
39,
positive yards,
Brady
keep it out of the
Boston
field
tackle for Colts.
or the end zone, but try to look to use that clock up. Once the umpire blows it in, clock is ticking, could take it all the way down to the 6 second mark. Let's see if Pine is able to command that and give Korah fewer chances to make a score. Straight ahead ball. Looks like he's out. No sign of a rouge. Safety, rather. Safety, my apologies.
9
French
seconds
teacher
left.
coming out. So again, there's fourth down.
You like your colors, Scotty.
Blue be my favorite. Once again, 9.2. Let's see what we have as a big finish for the first half. Fourth down. White Pines will have to kick, but they'll have to get that kick off.
See, in this instant here, if I were play calling, I would just have a quarterback keep. It's a less chance for fumble. Anytime you have a ball carrier 3 or 4 yards behind your quarterback, you're already 3 or 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, which is a tough task when you're backed up to your goal line. So I would elect quarterback keep, get out of this half, 6-0, gain some confidence, stay dry, and come out swinging second half.
And once again, if Garen Pine is at the wheel, I would have him count it down to 1 second before he calls for the snap of the ball, and hopefully he gets out of the end zone and prevents Korah from having a chance at the short field, even if there is a turnover on downs. So bring it up, 4th down, 9.2 seconds. I'm glad you joined us. We're going to take a little break at the half. And in the second half, we'll again remind you that our Domino's Sault Ste. Marie and Team Essentials Player of the Games will be awarded. And you might hear one of these names. Snap is
And
good.
they're going to punt.
They punt, and
Beautiful
it's a nice punt. Make Korah come in long distance to score. See if they can contain. Pushes Dickinson back into the middle. Great job bringing it back into the 8-yard
well
line.
Well done. There's the half.
And there's the half. And a late flag. A little lack of discipline again.
By number 23, Hunter Dickinson. He brings it down inside the 10, but
maybe
late hit.
Another late hit or objectionable conduct. We'll probably assess that penalty at the kickoff in the second half. So we'll see. Again, nice job. The only option for Dickinson was to go down and try a play, but he had a nice run back and brought it all the way to the 7. Nice try. Great job by the White Pines Wolverines to slow his progress, bring him down at the 7. Barring the result of this penalty, which will probably be tacked on at the second half, we'll go to the break with the Korah Colts leading 6-0.
The score of the White Pines Wolverines 6.
So it looked like the flag was on Korah. They pointed this way, so I don't know what the flag was, but stay tuned. We'll try and find that out before we start the second half.
My apologies for a couple of calls. I've been indicating that Korah Colts are up 6-0, but in fact it's White Pines Wolverines. So apologize to the green fans out there. Again, at the half, 6-0, White Pines Wolverines over the Korah Colts in junior action. We're going to take a little break here. We'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. 10 minutes. Why don't you join us here again? We'll have some fun second half. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My apologies again. White Pines is leading 6-0 at the half. It looks like White Pines is deep to receive, and we're looking for a great second half here. What do you see coming forward in the second here, Mike?
Well, it does look like White Pines was assessed that penalty at the end of the half, so Korah elected to take it on the kickoff, so it's going to be a kick from the 50, from the White Pines 50, so expect a deep kick, and White Pines going to probably start deep in their end zone.
Right.
Oh, a little
Looks
pitch
like
shot.
Outside. He got a man.
Ooh, he got hit.
He made the catch. No, recovered by Korah is the indication. How there's not a penalty there.
That was a good onside kick.
The onside
Well
kick
played.
is recovered by the Korah Colts, number 29, Peyton Malcurie.
All right.
First down and 10 for the Colts on the Wolverines 37.
Weird play. Ball traveled only about 12 yards. Malcurie with the reception or with the catch on.
Well, and that's what you have to look
kick.
for. You're staring at the ball and you're not seeing all their troops coming, and they're coming hard. And I'll tell you, White Pines got a licking there, and a beautiful hit. And I didn't pick up the number who hit him, but well played, well designed, and looks like Korah steaming down the field at the White Pines 37-yard line.
And it looks like all bets are off, and it's a live play after 10 yards. So nice pop by the Korah player on White Pines to prevent the reception. Again, gain of 3 on the play.
And White Pines
Number
comes out
23,
just as hard as they ended the
Dickinson
half
on the carry. He
with a
gets
great
2, makes it
defensive
second
play.
down and 8.
I've been really impressed with White Pines'
Number
defense
18,
today.
Nicholas Loudon
They've
with
been
the
really
tackle.
stepping up. Their ends have been sealing, forcing the ball inside. Very nice to see. And they do have the athletes, and those athletes are stepping up. You can see it. It's been like that the first half. Hope to see a lot more of it to come in the second half, Scott.
Hunter Dixon on the carry, a pickup of 2 brings up second and 8.
Straight up the gut, Sereo. Great tackle from the front line. Met him a yard deep.
Ethan Sorrell
43,
on the carry.
Arthur
He stopped
Vincent
for a
on the
short
stop
loss. Should
with
be about
help.
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9 coming up.
51, Steve Day Nolan.
Steve Day Nolan, of course.
Arthur Vincent with the
Or
tackle for
43,
the
Arthur
Wolverines.
Vincent. Connecting together with the stop for White Pines. Brings up again, as I said, a 3rd and 9, almost 10 yards. So back to where we started. Let's see if Korah can.
Yeah, let's look for some
Get some
misdirection and maybe a fake for a pass. So we'll see what they have in store. And it is a pass.
And he's running for his life, but good coverage.
Well played. Good coverage. Way to step up the linebackers.
Well covered, and
Quarterback
able to
Bryson
make a
Sloss
few
drops back to pass, finds no
few
one
yards
open. He
after,
scrambles forward for 2
a
yards,
deep
makes it
drop.
4th down and 8.
but still brings up 4th down for the Colts. So I'm
Number 11,
assuming we'll see the punt
Benjamin
team.
Potter with the tackle.
Looks
Benjamin
like,
Potter with the stop.
yeah, it looks like he's down. Looks like he may have
Another
injured his shoulder.
And as I mentioned before, White Pines was a little shorter bench than the Korah side. And as we get deeper into the second half, 3rd and 4th quarter, you're going to see a few guys lagging and getting tired, and some injuries happen at that spot. So hopefully they can stay weather the storm and stay healthy and finish off a great game here. Up 6-0 with 10:22 to go. Looks like number 11, Benjamin Potter, is going to walk off under his own power after making the stop. Again, 4th and 8. 4th and 7 for the Korah Colts. We'll see what they have in the playbook.
Looks like Coach Baz was having a discussion with the referees. Not sure what that was about. I'm suspecting he's seen some holding and some play after the whistle that he'd like to see cleaned up. So White Pines. Oh, sorry, 4th down, Korah. My apologies.
4th down Korah. Looks like they may be going for it. I don't see a punter back other than the short squib kick. Surprise play that Korah seniors are known for.
No, get ready, get ready, get ready. Reset.
White Pines thought they jumped outside, gave up on the play. Now they're back under.
Looked like a hard count.
Trying to get them to draw offside. Still be a 4th and 3, but
Good defensive stand.
7, Nathan Hyam breaks loose, but the play had already been whistled down, so they'll bring them back.
Pick number 7,
We'll look for
Nathan
the spot.
Hyam on the carry. The ball is blown dead on the
His
29-yard
forward progress
line,
was stopped in the
where the White
29.
Pines Wolverines will take over
It's
first
a great
down and
stop,
10.
Scott. Again, very impressed with White Pines today. Their defense has come to play, and it shows. 6-0 again. White Pines over Korah Colts in the third quarter. It's a battle. It's a dogfight. It's great to see football fans listening or watching. It's an entertaining game.
And again, some of the big guys inside making ways for their linebackers. Wayne Jones-Reed being 158. Good surge on defense. And again, there is number 9,
Daniel
Pine
Pine
with the
He gets
carry.
back to the original line of scrimmage, makes it 2nd down and 10.
In an earlier game, we called with the White Pines Wolverines. I don't remember seeing Daniel
Number
Pine, but
75,
having a great
Ken
game
Grimship
today, getting the
with
ball a
tackle.
lot, carrying the load for the White Pines Wolverine, and getting some hard yards. Loss of 1 on that play, but having himself a great afternoon. So we bring up 2nd and 11 from the 28-yard line of White Pines and try to organize a little march here. Garen Pine with the keep. Tries to get to the outside.
Nice little cut up.
Certainly,
Nice
Garen
carry,
Pine
6,
on
7
the quarterback
yards.
keeper. He gets
certainly
out
has
to the
some nifty feet.
34-yard line,
So
makes it
Pine with the
3rd and
carry.
5.
Still a long way to go at 3rd and 5, but 2 downs to move the chains and
Number
See
39,
if they can
Grady
get to that.
Boston.
Yeah,
with the
absolutely.
tackle
But
for the Colts.
3rd manageable. It's a lot better than 3rd and 11. So let's see what Coach Bujold has in store. White Pines has been pretty successful today throwing the ball. So let's see what they have.
people on the sideline screaming. So obviously formation they hadn't seen in some time. Trying
That's a
to
great
alert the
run.
boys.
Pitch around the left-hand side for a run
Number
of
23,
15 yards.
Ethan McCorkle around the left
McCorkle
side,
again
gets
with
up to
another big
48
carry. So
yards.
He's
that'll
been having
bring
a
out-
nice game,
First
Scott.
down for the
Absolutely.
Wolverines.
Brings it out close to the White Pines 50, so gets them a little closer to midfield, and
Number
as
20,
they continue to
Turner
march.
Dickinson with the tackle.
He's deceivingly fast. Again, he's a patient runner. He gets behind his blocks, and as soon as he gets to that end and around, he's gone. And I'm going to say that was a touchdown-saving tackle on the far side.
You need to have the ability to get to the corner and turn it up for some extra yards. So White Pines Wolverines moving on in motion, hitting the ground running, and
Good
gain
hard
another,
run.
get another 5-6
Number 9,
yards there.
Daniel Pine on the carry.
Daniel
He gets
Pine
5
again with
yards,
his
makes it
name
2nd
called.
down and 5.
Like they say in the trenches, Scotty, pound
Number
the rock.
36, Cohen Manchelenko
You
with
Pound
can't
the
be
rock.
successful without pounding the rock. The passing game becomes a little more successful when you have a great run game, and White Pine has shown it here. Their successful passes have come out of the run attack. The run attack, sorry.
And a shout out to looks like Lawrence Solomon Ward,
Number
maybe
9,
at
Daniel
center,
Pine on the carry.
running
He's
from the
brought down for a
shotgun,
loss
and he's
by
doing a
number
great job
48,
getting that
Ethan
ball back
Serrano.
to his
3rd and
quarterback.
9.
Nice and efficient, good snaps. And I'm going to clarify that it is indeed 55 at the center position, but some nice exchanges between quarterback and center there. So
Push back a few yards, so we're going to have 3rd and 9. Korah's defensive line regrouped at halftime. They made some changes.
and as I mentioned, Solomon Ward not at center, but guard tackle position, number 68 doing the
There's a fumble on the
job.
play. Looks like it's
snapping
recovered
the
by
ball.
the Korah Colts.
It was a big hit.
They're
Ethan
gonna take over
McCorkle
first
had
down
the
and 10 on
edge
their own 52.
and cut upfield on a nice run, and a big hit on him created a ball on the turf, and I think it was scooped
Fumble
up by
was
Korah.
forced by number 20, Turner Dickinson, and recovered by
Dickinson.
number 2, Nixon Blair.
So Turner
First down
Dickinson
and
on
10,
the
Colts on their own 51.
force there. Nixon Blair recovering. Gives the Korah Colts the ball at the 51 Korah side of the field.
And here are the opportunities again that we talked about with Korah. You give them opportunities, and they're going to score. They're an efficient team, and once they get rolling, ball's on the ground again.
You were saying? Efficient team. Turnover. Maybe a bad center quarterback exchange. Hits the ground.
White
Looks
Pines
like
recovery.
Play recovered by the White Pines
I guess we all have our
Wolverines.
days, Scotty.
Well, and
First
the
down and
conditions,
10
although
on
it's
the
dry here with no
Sault
rain,
Ste-
it
53-yard
has
line.
been raining, and maybe the ball is slippery and creating havoc for
Number
the
68,
players.
Keegan Dane with the fumble recovery.
Keegan Dane with the fumble recovery. Looks like White Pines is back on offense. 6:51 to play in the third period. White Pines still leading 6-0.
Again, White Pines
taking the
defense stepping up.
Well, that'll be the script today. If they go on to win this game, they'll the offense will be treating for donuts tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Garen Pine back behind center on the shotgun position. Hands off to number 9, Pine. So Pine to Pine.
Couple-yard run.
Couple of yards. I'd like to see them work the sweep.
Number 9, Daniel.
Well,
Pine
it's been
on the
working
carry.
for them
He
early
gets a
on in the
yard,
first
makes it
quarter, and I
second
think
down
they
and
should go
9.
back to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're
75, Ken
trying to run the
Goodship.
clock down, but I don't think that's what you want to do to a Korah Colt team. He's trying to run the clock down in the middle of the third quarter. I think stick to what works. It's been working the whole first half, and I think again go back to what's going to work. I know. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, just single backfield. Pine's the only one, Garen Pine, and then the number 9, Pine, inside, maybe trying to get the Colts to stack the box, but Garen Pine runs outside. I'd like to see a nice, like I said, sweep with a 2-3 step
Hard runner on the
advantage
left
to the
side by
corner
number
and
19,
see if they can
Garen
turn it
Pine.
up
He
and
brings it
bust one down the
to
sidelines.
Colt
You know, I'm
40.
guilty of it too in play calling, and
8-yard line
as Scott
will be
mentioned, I'm
third
the
and
offensive
5.
coordinator for the St. Mary's Junior Squad. You know, when we have
88,
success running the
Diego
ball,
Campagna,
I
36,
tend to go
Cohen
away from it
Menchelenko
sometimes,
with the tackle.
and it's one of those instances where you have a big playbook, and you as a coach want to try to use what you've practiced, and you know again you want to go back to what works and what's been working for that game. So stick to what works, pound the rock. The pass game will eventually come. So again, to young coaches out there, if it's working, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, says coach. And again, once defensive coordinators see something, they will make adjustments. Game within the game is making adjustments, and here is White Pines trying to get to the corner, and Colts have made that adjustment. 3 guys in on the tackle.
Quarterback number 19, Garen
36.
Pine, is brought down for a loss.
Number
It's gonna be
2.
4th down and 10.
Nixon Blair, 36, Korah Menchelenko among those that are in on the tackle. So obviously
Number 2,
able to
Nixon
sneak.
Blair. Number
sniff it out.
89, Jackson Hill.
Yeah, very nice play. I think
With
the
the tackle
adjustment
for
at
the Colts.
halftime was seal the ends, force the ball inside to your big heavy hitters. That's exactly what Korah Colts have been doing the first part of the second half, is force the ball inside. That's where all your guys are. That's where all your tacklers are.
And they probably took a page out of White Pines' book, who's been doing that outside with the contain and
Absolutely.
sustain and group tackling, gang tackling. White Pines back to kick. Oh, lucky to get that one off. Bounces right into the hands of Melchiori. He's going to try to meet the corner. Again, that's Hunter Dickinson, not Melchiori, but Dickinson making a nice run. Back out to the 55.
Looked like he was caught back at the 40-yard line, but
Number 23,
elusive.
Hunter Dickinson with the nice
He eluded a
punt return.
tackle
He brings it down into
Brought it to
White Pines territory.
the
The first
55.
down and 10 Colts. from
Some of
the
these backs have
Wolverine 53.
another gear, and they get to the corner and they see daylight and they get excited for it and put a little extra into it, making people miss. And nice job.
That's fun to watch.
Nice job by Dickinson on the return. So again, with 4:30, we've got the Korah Colts marching and hoping to get into the White Pines end zone to try to tie this up at 6. Great finish ahead of us. Please don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We've got all the action here coming up between the Korah Colts and the White Pines Wolverines. 1st and 10 from midfield. There again, White Pines with a great big surge. Ball went to Sorreo, going nowhere.
And they're sniffing that out.
Using a sea of green,
48,
had nowhere to
You
go.
know what a
Sorreo on the
difference!
carry.
What a
He's
difference it
brought
is
down
without
immediately.
Gazzetti in the lineup.
Short
He
loss,
really
makes it
adds
2nd down and
a
11.
huge ground threat to all defense.
Number 43,
And
Arthur
now
Vincent
Korah's
with
just
the tackle.
they're forced to spread the ball around.
And fortunately, they have a lot of weapons, so they will be able to go to Sorreo, back to Melchiori, over to Dickinson. But time is running out, so let's see if they can march. They got the pass game here.
Oh, he's
Hitch
wide
pass
open.
out to Dickinson, looks like. Tries to cut it back inside, not making the corner. Looks like he has enough for 1st down yardage to the 43 of the White Pines Wolverine.
Yeah, it's going to be close.
Screen pass from
nicely
So Ray
executed
Bryce
play,
is
though.
lost to number 23.
Nice to
Hunter
see the
Dickinson's
quarterback
complete.
roll
He
out.
gets 10 yards, makes it 3rd
We
and
got
1.
an injury timeout.
Corners on White Pines bit inside on that one and left Dickinson wide open. Nice
Number 8,
job to
Neshoba
get back
Moore
into
with the tackle.
position and prevent a larger gain, but
Looks like Neshoba Moore's down,
Neshoba-
Scott.
Physical activity, including athletics and organized sports, plays an important role in the lives and education of students. As well, it contributes to their positive health and well-being while also providing a source of enjoyment and entertainment. To enhance the opportunities for families to view their children engaging in athletic activity, the ADSB has partnered up with Saultsports.com to stream secondary football, basketball, volleyball, and hockey games as a pilot for the 2022-2023 season. Head over to Saultsports.com to see what games we are streaming next and to support and encourage your child's engagement in physical activity.
Absolutely.
like you mentioned, next man up, so we got a substitution in for him. Hopefully he comes in and has been paying attention and has some success, but I'm sure we'll see Neshoba Moore back as soon as he is able. So looks like 1st and 10 for the Korah Colts. They give him the forward progress, move the sticks, and nice run.
Yeah, it was a close call on that first down. I thought it was a half-yard short, but after a chat between referees, they gave him the first down.
No time to panic yet. They're probably going to run the ball still. No, I lied. That screen pass available here, or hitch out to the flats. Pass to 89. 89. Jackson Hiltz with a nice catch.
Bryson Sloss, his pass is complete to number 89, Jackson Hiltz. He gets 11 and a first down.
Looks like a little bit of broken play. Got forced up in the pocket. Had a man out in
Number 16,
backfield.
Cameron Wynn with the tackle.
Well, the quarterback
Chose
was
his
wrapped.
second. Yeah, chose his second receiver, Jackson Hiltz. Got a nice pickup on the game on the play.
And this is
First
exactly
down.
what your coaches preach to you is you have to wrap because the quarterback was caught in the backfield, would have been a loss for 8 or 9 yards, but yet didn't bring him to the ground. So a pass converted.
The ball carrier tracked down number 43, Hunter Perhonen,
Number
I
23,
believe.
Hunter Dickinson around the right side. He
Hunter
gets a
Dickinson
few
got
yards, makes
hunted.
it 2nd down and 7.
Nice pursuit on the
43,
backside of the
Arthur
ball.
Very
Vincent
nice.
with another tackle.
Arthur Vincent, my apologies, looking at the Korah lineup again. Arthur Vincent with the pursuit and the tackle. Caught for a loss, brings up 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8 after gain of 2.
Back to pass again. There he is.
In the grasp.
Sniffed out by number 58, is it? 68.
68, but I don't have a number for 68.
Number 68, Keegan
We'll listen
Dane
for the
with
name.
big quarterback
Keegan
sack.
Dane.
Loss of about
We've heard
11,
Jim
makes it 3rd
Monaco
down
call
and
his name
20.
a few times. Keegan Dane on the tackle, number 68 for White Pines. Doesn't appear on our player list, but certainly having a big impact on the game today.
Absolutely. He's been in the backfield a lot, and again, I looked down at my sheet and I didn't see it, so I didn't know who to call out, but he's been making a big impact. He's back putting pressure on the quarterback, which is great to see. Just allows a little more time for your DBs and deep cover to do their job.
And Korah Colts dig themselves deep hole. We got 3rd and 18, 19 yards here. Now they go back to the
There's a
run.
counter reverse.
Oh, nice. Nicely
Again,
done.
there's a missed tackle.
And looks like he's going to pick up the first down. Number 7. Number 7 on the carry.
Nice
Nathan
run by number
Hyam.
7, Nathan Hyam. He goes around the left side, gets 22 yards.
And
And a
again,
first down.
nicely executed by
Eventually
the
forced out of bounds by
quarterback,
number 8,
Bryson
Neshoba
Sloss.
Moore.
I can sure tell you that White Pines coaches are going to be
Looking at the game film.
a little angry at that because he had him in the backfield, and then again he had him 8 yards down the field. And again, you have to preach to them. You have to wrap. There's no one hit, no arm tackles. Not in this league. It doesn't matter what level of football. Arm tackles usually aren't going to do the job when you're trying to tackle a hard runner.
It's so frustrating when you have him in the grasp and he eludes tackle and goes for a big carry, in this case for a first down. So, again, Hunter Dickinson here trying to bump it out. It's 51 is sniffing that out. It has nothing to do with that. Steve Day Nolan, again,
Oh,
a
come
great
on.
big game. Looking for a flag.
Big defensive play by the White Pines
Looks like the
Wolverines,
ref
but
thought
there
it was a
is
horse
flag
collar,
down.
and by
Looks like a horse collar tackle
my
against the White
eyes,
Pines Wolverines.
it looked like he had him by the back of the jersey. But again, that's why they make the big bucks, and I'm up here on the radio.
And again, a great play by the defense.
Excellent play.
Flag on the play, though, however, so it would be a horse collar, which would be a 15-yard penalty, I believe. Moving them up and potentially another first down inside the 10. So inside the red zone, we'll see if Korah can capitalize. So
yeah, it's disheartening for a defensive player to make a great play. And again, to the referee's defense, horse collar versus grabbing the jersey. It's in the same area, so I can see why he may have thought it was. But again, from up here, it didn't seem as that, but he's a little closer to the play.
And
a guy that wears glasses, you shouldn't trust.
And we want to keep these kids safe and healthy, so
absolutely
in the interest of player safety, again, that's why the rule is implemented. Ethan
carry.
Sorreo with a gain of a couple, but he stopped at the one. Clock ticking down on the third quarter here. We'll probably get one more play before the end of the quarter. We'll switch sides. We'll bring you back for the fourth quarter. Arthur Vincent on the play brings up a 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line.
Looks
Let's
like
see.
go ahead, sir. No.
You're going to say Sorreo, and I think that's my pick.
He's going to do some heavy lifting.
Bring the William Refrigerator Perry in straight ahead, smash mouth football. And they did the trap again, the counter.
Great tackle, open field tackle by number 11, back in the game after going down. But Potter, great tackle from the backfield.
And again, hoping to fool everybody with what would be an apparent straight ahead dive with Sorreo, the big back, and going in for the touchdown. Decided on the counter play. Benjamin Potter having nothing to do with it, and makes a stop inside on the one. The last play of the third quarter, and then we'll switch sides. We'll see if Korah can pound it in from the one. Third down. 2 chances for pay dirt. There's that inside trap.
There it is. Great defensive stop so far. Their line is they're making a great surge. And it's paying off.
Sorreo on the carry. He stopped short.
It's the end of the quarter.
And this time they gave it to Sorreo. He was unable to punch it through, so who will they go with next? And at this point, I don't think you try the field goal
number 16,
on the one.
On the tackle.
And hopefully you've worn down that White Pines defensive line, but they keep showing up to play, and got another man down on the green side, so we'll see how he fares, and we'll get his replacement in. And fourth quarter starts, 12 minutes to play. White Pines still up 6-0. 4th and goal on the one.
We're in for a
TSN
good
turning
finish.
point.
Yeah, we're in for a good finish. Both ground attacks are working. A few passes in between for each team. They've been successful on several accounts. And again, you have to give that to your run game, because without a good run game, your passing isn't going to be successful.
Indeed, the run does set up the pass, and I was surprised to see the Korah Colts go that early to the pass. I would figure they'd wait till the fourth quarter, running the ball. They've had some success. White Pines has stopped them a few times, but all it takes is one nice play. Like I said, maybe the sweep outside, or get the quarterback, Bryson Sloss, on a run, and he can run the ball as well as any of those backs. Melchiori having a great day today. Hyam running the ball on occasion and gaining positive yards. So lots of weapons. They've chosen to go to the air, but we're about to start. And there's number 68 that we mentioned earlier, Keegan Dane, going off for White Pines, but under his own power, so looks like he'll be back.
So do you do play action here, Scotty? I fake the inside and dump it off to a receiver outside.
Anytime you put the ball in the air, especially in junior, you risk that chance that the ball slips through their hands. But it's a call for not for the faint of heart. So they decide inside.
They had him stop in the backfield, but hard run, keep your feet going, and
number 7
successfully gets into the end zone. I
Yeah,
guess
right.
going back on that play, coming from a quarterback,
inside at 6.
I always like to get the ball in the air, but Korah Colts elects to keep it on the ground, and once again, it's success, 6-6.
Two sides of the coin, right? You had 3 chances. This is the third chance from inside the 2-yard line, and you gain 1 yard on the first play, stopped on the second. You go back to the well, or do you roll out and try a pass? In this case, They looked like genius. 6-6 is the call, or is the score rather. We have an offside, looks like, on the extra point. So the Korah kicker
Flag down. Looks
looking
like
to
it's
convert
offside
the
against the White Pines Wolverines.
extra point. Offside on White Pines will bring it closer for a chip shot.
So what they're asking now is they can elect to take it now, or they can assess that penalty on the kickoff and just re-kick from the same spot is what I'm assuming.
So they're allowed to defer the penalty towards the kickoff if they so choose. Is that what you're telling us?
That's what I believe in. It looks like they're going to
Keep it at that spot
re-kick and take it on the kickoff.
on the 5. So again, the snap from the 5 looks like about a 12-yard conversion. We'll see if kicker can get it away.
Flag down.
Another decent snap. Had trouble with the hold, but irrelevant since
Offside again.
offside on White Pines.
I guess if you're only going to get
2.5 yards.
a half a yard on each penalty, you just keep coming. Send the load
Offside
every time.
against the Wolverines once again.
I guess
And
that's
penalty will
one of
be
the Madden plays. You want to keep going
assessed on the
offside, and you're
kickoff.
going to get 2 or 3 yards, right?
And at some point, do you get inside the 3 and decide, well, we're going to run this ball instead of
And
kicking
go
it?
for 2, right?
But a nice choice by the Korah Colts as they convert the extra point, bringing the Colts ahead 7-6.
Number 2, Nixon
They lead the
Blair's
first time in the
convert is
in the
up and
game.
good.
Nixon Blair with
And
the extra point.
Korah Colts take a 7-6 lead.
Nixon Blair having a good game, both kicking and playing on the defensive side of the ball. So, again, at this time, while we wait for a kickoff, we'll mention the players of the game. Domino's, Sault Ste. Marie, and Team Essentials are teaming up today with Saultsports to honor the top player of the game, which will be awarded at the end of the game. At the end of this game, they are also going to be supporting our regular and playoff seasons. So, big thank you to them. Our sponsors, we mentioned earlier, going back to Elite 8 Basketball Academy, our school boards, the Huron-Spirit Catholic District School Board and the Algoma District School Board. On the radio, we have KISS 100.5, and on the country dial, 104.3. Freeze frame photos. Bob Davies out here, braving the weather, chilling on the sidelines, taking some great pictures. You can see his work at www.saultsports.smugmug.com. He does have those pictures for sale, and you can contact him or contact Sault Sports in order to get a hold of Mr. Davies. Does some real great work with some action, some live shots, and also some stills before and after the game. So.
Yeah, throughout the community, he's pretty active with all the sports in our community. Good job to Mr. Davies.
Yeah. And, of course, the GFL Memorial Gardens is also another proud sponsor. And, again, if you are interested in helping out or have a business you'd like to support high school sports with and promote your company, please give us a shout here at saultsports.com, and we'll put you in touch. Nice deep kick. Take it away, Coach.
Oh, and it's bobbled at the 5-yard line, but picked up. Able to get it back out to the 16, 17-yard line of White Pines. So it'll be first down White Pines. And here starts the work. Well, looks like the ref just threw a flag. I want to say late hit after the play.
And again, as much as you are a coach and you hate to see the missed tackles and the no wraps ending in positive yards for the offense, these discipline penalties are the ones that really kill you, and they
Sure they do.
They negate a long run or cause a first down for the other team, which steals the momentum from your team. So let's see who it goes against.
Well, the most frustrating part of it being a coach is dead ball fouls.
It's going to be first down and 10 White Pines at their own 28-yard line.
If you're going to be flagged, do it during the play. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but after the play, walk away, get in your huddle, get back to work, and get the job done.
Absolutely, especially when you're away from the ball. And there's nice completion. We got number 51.
Oh, missed tackle. Beautiful
Dane
run.
Nolan. Oh.
All right. Great run, number 51.
Dane Nolan with the reception. Put a lick on one of the Korah Colts defenders. I'm surprised to see him up.
What a hard run.
Nice catch.
Garen Pine is complete.
Garen Pine connecting in the backfield. Turns a corner.
His way down to the
Korah had protection on the outside and had him only for a 5 or 6 yard loss. But again, Nolan Day eluded a tackle, gained another 25 yards in the play. Well done.
A nice job by Turner Dickinson to come up and make a stop. Unfortunately, he was the windshield on that and took a big lick from a great run there.
Well, here's White Pines making a charge. Hard-hitting team.
Oh, read that.
Sniff
Snuffed
that out.
out.
Absolutely.
There's Neshoba Moore, and there's some more flags coming again. Undisciplined play is going to cost one of these teams dearly.
Number 9, Daniel Pine on the
And
carry.
you
He's
understand it
brought
with the
down by
excitement of the
number
game and a
14,
7-6
Sorrell.
game, getting ready for the playoffs.
There's going to be some
Flags.
scrum, and I think it's going to go on both sides. They should be offsetting. I think the first penalty was called on White Pines, but the retaliation should have offset. But we'll wait to see what the refs sort out.
And again, the excitement of the game, and it is a passionate game, and you need to play with fire and feeling. But hopefully these athletes settle in and play a nice, strong game to finish. We'd hate to see anything happen, unsportsmanlike and such. But they played a
So
great
it's
game
rough
so
play
far.
against both teams.
Hopefully they can settle in and finish off this. 10:54 to go in the fourth quarter. All right, now 23 with a run around the edge. Gets out of bounds after a short
Number
gain.
25, Ethan McCorkle on the carry. He gets about 3, makes it 3rd and 13.
McCorkle on the carry.
Yeah, good hard run, made some yards back. They had him in the backfield, but again, hard running. It's really, really nice to see that legs are churning, trains are moving, and hard to take him
Number
down when
23,
you're
Hunter
running that
Dickinson,
hard.
number 75.
And the best
we
part
got-
with
Getting
that,
good chip with the
if you have
tackle.
an offense that's running and keeping the defense on the field, you wear the defense down,
Absolutely.
and sooner or later it's going to break. They're going to try to bend but not break, but taking those big shots takes a toll on you. Garen Pine back to pass. Ball is tipped, almost picked off. Garen
He had a
Pine
man
hit in the
deep.
backfield.
Yeah,
did.
he had a man
Aaron
deep.
Pines pass,
Neshoba
ball's
Moore
incomplete.
was deep,
Fourth
got
and
behind
13.
coverage, hand went up, and I think he saw him at the last minute. And Korah's defense made a nice play, tipped at the line of scrimmage.
I believe it was Ethan Sorrell on the tip. Nice pressure. If I'm White Pines, though, I might go back to the air. 4th down and 12, unless they're going to punt. But the receivers are open, so if the White Pines, the offensive line, give them a little protection and has the time to throw, we could see something downfield. But
Yeah,
it looks
and
like, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm just saying that it looks like they're back to punt. Neshoba Moore is in the punting formation.
Yeah, I think at 10:22 in the fourth quarter, defense has been playing well. Kick the ball, pin him deep, beautiful punt,
Is that deep enough?
favorable White Pines punt, and they're
Retrieved at the 16.
oh,
And another no yards
it
penalty.
was a no
so
yards penalty.
Number 18 for White Pines in on the tackle. Nicholas Loudit. An
I thought
interesting play.
I thought White Pine, or sorry, I thought Korah's knee was down when he went to pick the ball up, and he kept running. So I don't know if the refs caught that. I know there was a flag. That's going to be for no 5 yards on the punt return.
So for those of you that are listening or not watching on the YouTube feed, the ball was a beautiful punt. Took a favorable bounce for the White Pines Wolverines. Fielded inside or on around the 16 by the Colts receiver. No yards was given.
So there's a flag
The
down
receiver
on the
was
play.
hit. No whistle ensued, so the play was still live. The receiver for Korah picked up the ball and ran for 8 yards. Looks like the flag's going to be picked up. No call on the play as originally intended.
Looks like rough play against the White Pines Wolverines.
I stand corrected. Rough
15
play
yard
against
penalty, first
White
down and
Pines.
10, Korah at their own 35.
So Korah will take over from the 35. 1st and 10 from their 35. They're up 7-6, 9:57 to go. Stick around for a great final here, guys. It's been a great contested game. White Pines trying to hold on and come back in this one after leading for much of the first half and third quarter. Korah with a late
Number
score
48,
to go up
Ethan
7-6.
Sorrell on the carry. He gets
Ball is given to
back to the
Ethan
line of
Sorrell,
scrimmage,
back to the
second
line
down
of
and 10.
scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And again,
51,
Korah
Steve
will
Dave
probably
Nolan with the tackle for the
be
Wolverines.
happy to run the clock out and kill some clock. Steve Danolan on the tackle there for White Pines. So brings up 2nd and 10.
I wouldn't be too cautious if I was Korah Colts. White Pines defense is sure having a heck of a game, and look for some pressure here on the running team, on the running game. Sorry.
Fake inside,
There
ball goes
goes
to
Chaim
Chaim.
outside.
Chaim having a nice game running around the corner. And again, Laudet with the tackle.
A carry of 8
Number
yards.
7, Nathan Hyam on the end around.
So it looks like he'll bring up 3rd and 2.
He's tackled by number 18, Nicholas Laudet.
18 with the tackle again. Laudet being called on a few times on this defensive side of the ball. Having himself another great game as one of the leaders for the White Pines Wolverines.
It's going to be 3rd down and 3.
So Korah's still trying to get to the outsides, and White Pine did a great job first half. They're going a little against the grain, and they're bottling up the inside, leaving the having some exposure on the outside. So let's see if they go back to the contain on the outside, because that's where Korah's getting most of their yards. Oh, ball's on the ground. A botched handoff to number 23, Hunter
Fumble on the
Dickinson.
play is picked up by number 23, Hunter Dickinson. It's
That puts Korah 4th and 7. 4th and 6, 4th and 7.
What do you do here, Coach, with deep in your, not deep in it, but in your own territory?
I
with
think you
the
play
lead?
it safe.
I believe they will punt, and that's
Both
for
teams
my
have been
money.
playing good defense. I think you let it rest on your defensive shoulders. White Pines has been gaining some yards, but again, defense is going to win the game for you, holding points off the board. So let's see what they decide here.
Corcoran and Moore back to receive the punt.
Oh, nice
Bad
punt.
snap. Caught in the air by Moore. That's going to be problems. And Korah Colts have him in their grasp. Didn't take it down the first time, but Shoba Moore with the return of 2.
Well, and here we go, Scotty. 8:13 left in the fourth quarter. White Pines takes over at their 35, so got a little bit of field to cover, but their run game, if they stick to what they did in the first half, I think they could be successful.
Yeah, we'll Campana on the tackle, but White Pines takes over on down, or not on downs, after the kick, and they will be starting from their own 35-yard line. A lot of field, but again, a lot of time. 8:09 to go. I believe they'll be throwing, keeping it on the ground and then putting it up in the air. Ball's on the ground. Did they turn over?
It looks like Korah
Fumble on the play.
received the fumble.
Korah Colts return the favor and pick up a fumble. 8:01 to go. Deep in White Pines territory. White Pines Wolverines will have to answer with their own defensive stand. Again, that one, I don't think it was so much pressure on defense as the poor exchange between the quarterback and
That's
the running
exactly
back.
what it was.
So,
And that's unfortunate.
and it's tough on a day like this where the hands are cold and the ball may be slippery, and those exchanges are so crucial.
So let's see what White Pines can do. Let's hold the Korah Colts. See if we can get they can get the ball back.
And the Colts have Sorreo and Dixon in the backfield. They give this one to Sorreo, and he powers forward. Gain about 6 or 7 on the play. Nice hard run straight ahead.
Very nice run.
48, Ethan Sorreo on the carry.
This is the time when your defense has to dig deep, show them what they're made of, get a good defensive stand here. But on the flip side, Korah has such a strong running game. They're just going to keep pounding it down your throat, run after run after run. I don't think you're going to see anything in the air, Scott, but I've been surprised before.
Cormier in on the tackle, and like you say, that's to keep it along the ground, keep the clock running, try to wear these White Pines Wolverines down, and they've been doing a yeoman work on the defensive side. So
another hand up to Sorreo, gets through the first surge and keeps chugging. Good carry, a gain of 7 or 8 yards.
And again, Sorreo to the outside.
Number 48, Ethan Sorreo again on the carry, and he gets the first down.
And he's been carrying the load both on defense and offense, so he's got to be
Number
tired
11,
out.
Benjamin Potter, number 8, Neshoba Moore.
Benjamin Potter and 8, Neshoba Moore on the tackles. Brings up a first down from the 15. So we'll see if they'll continue this march. Certainly can't fault the White Pines for being down in the game. Their defense at least has been up to the task, and maybe a case of just running out of gas here. But let's see if they can mount one big push, maybe strip something, turn up a the turnover. 6:23 to go. They're in the backfield. They got him. Number 58, or is that 68?
58, Coach.
48, Ethan
58.
Sorrell on the carry. He's tackled.
Wayne
after
Jones
gain of
or
about 1, makes
Keegan
it second
Dane
and 9.
on the stop.
58, Wayne Jones Reed.
Wayne Jones Reed indeed on the tackle. So
Well,
nice.
we're in for a good finish here, Scott, with 6 minutes left to play. Korah threatening to score. White Pines going to do their best to hold them off the scoreboard. I just don't know if it could be done with Korah running the ball how they have. They're just going to keep pounding the ball. They're going to try to tire the defense out, and smart coaching, keep it out of the air, keep it on the ground.
Here we go. That inside trap. And there's a flag on the play, but the Korah Colts back runs it into the end zone for a score. It'll probably be a hold. It may come back.
Looks like a
We'll see what
touchdown,
the
but there is a flag down.
Stripes have to say about this one.
It was number 7, Nathan Hyam with the ball.
Hyam with the ball carry. Took it in for the touchdown. Let's see if it'll stand.
Holding Korah.
Holding
Now, I don't know
Korah.
if it was after the first down, so we'll stay tuned to see what the decision of the ref is, and then
So many wrinkles. So umpires conferring on the field. They're going to be talking to the White Pines side. Here's the indication from your field judge. Holding
Korah,
Korah
so that'll
as we
So it's holding against the Korah
push them
Colts.
back another 10 yards. It'll be 2nd and 19.
And once again, that may be a fatigue penalty. That may be just losing leverage on your opponent and pulling him down. But nonetheless, costs Korah the go-ahead touchdown.
So
Or
the
the
10-yard penalty makes it 2nd down and 19 for the Colts.
The
from their,
spreading
from
the
Wolverine 24.
distance. They'll go back 2nd and 20 from the 26-yard
White
line.
Pines has to be set here because they're going to come with a full load. Their D-line better be ready for this. Again, a counter. Same play.
And making good yardage on that.
Good
Probably
design
split the
play.
difference,
7,
probably
Nathan
inside
Hyam
the
on the
10.
carry.
Yeah, he's had some nice carries there. That counters,
gets about 9,
I didn't
makes
see
it
too
3rd
much
and
of it in the
10.
first half, but I'll tell you, coming down the stretch here with 5 minutes
58,
left to go in the
Wayne
fourth
Jones
quarter,
Reed
play calling is going to be
with the
crucial
tackle for the
here.
Wolverines.
Protect the ball and run hard.
They're pretty smooth running that. They fake the pass inside to usually Sorrell, and then they give it to a quicker back, and Hyam gets the off tackle and makes his move towards the end zone. Picks up a great play, or a great few yards on the play.
3rd and 9, Scott.
3rd and 9. Do you put it in the air or keep pounding the ball?
I'm thinking keep pounding the ball because they do have an opportunity to go for a field. Here we are. Ball's going in the air.
Strawbridge up for the ball. Good coverage on
Good
the play.
coverage. Great defensive play.
Quarterback Bryson Sloss's pass intended for number 11, Mark
Sloss went to Strawbridge. Strawbridge had the edge on the
9.
defensive back in terms of height, but
Number 8,
well
Neshoba
defended
Moore with
on the
coverage
play. Neshoba Moore with the stop.
Now, do you go for a punt or a field goal, Scott?
Well, you mentioned earlier about the ball going out of the end zone and some points being available for a field goal. I think that's my smart money, but
I think that's what it looks like the try is going to be. And again, it's live if it's missed, and the runner does have the opportunity to take it down to the house. Botch snap.
and he's got it. It should have been blown down right away
It
as
should
he's
have
on
been
his
blown.
knee.
Absolutely.
So we'll see if White Pines has something to say about that. But it doesn't look like they'll get the first down.
And
so
again, like Scott mentioned, anytime the player who has the ball, their knee touches for player safety, the whistle should be blown. Play should be called dead. Now, it is tricky because on that botch snap, your holder's already on one knee. So it's a tough call to make. And they did make some adjustments, I think, coming into this season where it was going to be a judgment call on the referee.
The ball is picked up by the holder, and he scrambles forward for a first down. Good 1st and goal.
unfortunate turn of events there, as no argument from the White Pines side whether he was down to a knee, and I believe I saw 2 knees on the ground after the bad
It
snap.
should have been blown dead for player safety. Nonetheless, it's not.
The holder tried to put that down several times to initiate the kick from the place kicker. Eventually became a broken play, and he ran it, obviously picking up the first down inside the 5. Looks like about the 4-yard line. Korah's going to pick up the ball. and have a second chance
Good
at glory.
defensive stand here. You know, their defensive line is playing a heck of a game, and they're putting them to the test, and the coaches are putting the faith in them. This is where they have to win the game here. They're going to earn their money tonight.
Loss makes a second and goal.
Looks like 2nd and 5.
58, Wayne Jones-Reed with another tackle.
Another big stop for Wayne Jones-Reed. So called his name a few times in the second half.
I think you're going to see a counter play or an outside run. I think they're going to keep it away from the middle. White Pines have been doing a very, very good job in the middle. Led by 58, I believe it was. Is it not, Scott?
58 was Wayne Jones-Reid on that stop.
He's having a great game.
68, Keegan Dane also helping out in the inside. I found Keegan number 20 on our original roster, so obviously a change of uniform numbers. Both of them having a great job, and I think when we look at the Domino's Team Essentials players of the game, have to give some consideration and some love to our boys on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, touchdowns and receptions are always important, but when your defense toes the line like White Pines has been doing today, I think they need a little love on that side. So we'll be back in a bit to choose our Domino's Sault Ste. Marie Team Essentials players of the game. Again, thanks for joining us. If you're still with us, 3:27 to go. 7-6, Korah leading after a great performance by the White Pines, leading for much of the game. Late touchdown in the third quarter brings Korah to the lead, 1 point over the Wolverines, trying to close it out with second down from the 5-6 yard line. Pass off inside, or handoff rather. Waiting for the sign. It's got to be close. Tackled inside the 2.
Tackled on the 1 yard line.
Ethan Sorreo powers forward down to the 1 yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Again, Sorreo with some hard yards again, pounding it down White Pines interior.
Yeah, he's been running the ball hard.
Number 11, Benjamin Potter with the tackle.
Potter again with the tackle. Number 11, called his name a few times, having himself a great game. And it's nice to see White Pines bounce back after a tough loss last week. Again, they have 2 wins this year and have made some great strides. So it'll be interesting to see how they do in the playoffs. Looks like Korah Colts has marched it
Quarterback
in.
sneak. Smart play.
Bryson Sloss
brings in for the touchdown. And the
fewer
Colts
hands touching the
extend
ball,
their lead to
less chance
13-6.
of the ball hitting the dirt. So
Yeah, absolutely. I always go back to your 1 yard. You have to remember with junior football, you have that 1 yard grace. Defense has to line up a yard off the line of scrimmage. So if you only have a 3rd or 4th down and 1, it makes sense to lessen the gap. You don't want to have your quarterback in a shotgun position. You'd like to be under center and aggressively pound right up the gut, and that's exactly what Korah did.
and looks like Nixon Blair with another
The convert is up and
field
in by
goal-
Nixon
field
Blair,
goal,
and it is now
extra point.
14-6.
point after attempt is good by Nixon Blair. Nice snap, nice hold, low kick for the second time, but they count. Ball
Still
goes
time
over
on the
bar.
clock, Scott. 14-6. They're only down by 8 points, which is, touchdown in a 2-point conversion, which is very possible with 3 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. So lots of time. I think an open playbook is still an option. I don't think you close any plays off. And that's a good thing for Coach Boujol and Baswa. They can throw anything at them. They just have to be smart about it. And at this point in the game, ball control, protect the ball. Runners have to run hard, and it has to be collectively an offensive strike.
And from my days of coaching, I always loved watching the extra practice time given to the hurry-up offense as soon as the umpire blows in the clock and starts the clock ticking down. Valuable seconds eaten up. So hopefully White Pines will get to the ball, have their play calls ready, be efficient in that to save as many opportunities to get the ball in the air or on the ground. So again, 3 minutes to go, 14-6 for Korah. Again, a one-score game with a 6 and a 2-point conversion. Ball is up in the air. White Pines looking to capture it. Tough bounce for Loudon, I think, who is back for the kick. Looked to bounce off his helmet, straight up in the air. Up for grabs. Let's see who came down with it. Looks like Korah is the recipient of a bad bounce on the White Pines side.
The kickoff is recovered by the Korah Colts, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from the White Pines 38-yard line.
That's an unfortunate bounce for White Pines. I'm sure they were looking to get back on the ball, get back on offense, and just couldn't seem to grasp that kickoff. It was an unfortunate bounce.
A tough break for a young player that has had a great game. Wish he could do that one over again. Unfortunately, he'll have to make the stop and make a difference on defense, try and get their team back the ball. Still a lot of time, 2 minutes, 59 seconds to go. If they can hold them in this series, 3 and out, or 4 and out rather.
Yeah, absolutely. And then like you said, there's still lots of time. 3 minutes is lots of time when it's stop time in the 3 minutes.
Ball went outside, nice little carry.
Yeah, good tackles.
Great pursuit by 29. Also number 18, Lincoln Loudett. 29, Chris Cormier on the pursuit with a little bit of help from 51, Steve Nolan Day.
2nd and 9.
And again, tackling by committee is what White Pines has to do. Everybody on the ball, first man in, everybody else wrap, try and strip the ball. That's what they should be looking for to do.
And more than anything right now, you want to be punching that ball loose, trying to get it on the ball on the ground, and hope for a turnover. Need something drastic here. Your defense has been doing it all day. Let's see if they can come up with another miracle here. Oh, poor exchange again. Center quarterback.
It was almost a fumble. And again, we stress ball security, and quarterback realized it was going to be a bad exchange, so he kept it, and smart play by going down.
Number 12,
you don't want to get too fancy on 2nd and long, so go down, get your 1 yard, protect the ball, move on to a 3rd and long, and hope for a completion and a 1st down.
I'm sorry, Coach, did you say mall security? We could call Phil Mabacco.
It was ball security.
Oh,
Coach.
My mistake.
But that's okay. Shout out to Bummer's always good.
Yeah, took the day off today, giving Jim Monaco a chance to come up from the minors and
pinch hit for him.
Work his craft. Pinch hit. You'll surely see Coach Mabacco tomorrow doing the sticks.
Yes, we got a false start on Korah, which will push him back 5 yards. So it's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. So White Pines still has a shot here to stop them, get a kick, and take control again on the offensive zone.
And don't tell the White Pines Wolverines they're out of this game. They're playing hard. They got a chance with stop here to force a punt and regain the ball inside the 2 minute mark, which is a lot of time in this league.
Absolutely.
Give them their offense a chance to redeem themselves and get back on top in this one, so, or at least tie it up late in the game. Number 9 trying to stop number 34.
It was a hard run to the
34,
left.
AJ Cochamilio.
AJ Cochamilio. I haven't heard him since the first half, but he nice scamper across the left side of the field. Number 9 in pursuit.
Yeah, he got
Daniel
to the
Pine.
edge.
Got to the edge. We got a flag on the play, so
I want to think that it was either a block from behind
the Wolverines are looking
or
forward
a
to
hold.
It was on this side of the field, away from the play. So we'll see.
Yeah. Usually, when somebody gets around that easily, there's something that happened in the backfield, whether it be a block from behind or a hold. It was a really nice run by, you said Cochamilio, Coach?
Cochamilio, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really nice run. He got to the edge quickly and turned it upfield, but nonetheless, I believe it's a hold on Korah. Yeah, they're marching back. So, again, it's going to be 3rd and long, tack on another 5 yards, so 3rd and 18.
And give them 2 more tries.
The Korah Colts.
You're correct. Holding on the play. Give them 2 more tries. Brings up another 3rd down, but it's from 3rd and distance.
It's a hold, so 10 yards.
10 yards.
It's actually unnecessary roughness against the Korah Colts, a 15-yard penalty.
Well, we talked about discipline, eh, Scott?
3rd and about
late in the game, 2 minutes left to go.
Midfield.
Makes it 3rd and 30, which is a big deficit to overcome. White Pines has to play smart here. Give up a short ball, nothing deep. Play discipline.
Give them the under. Let them gain 7-8 yards, but they're going up deep with the ball.
Great
defense. Great defense by, I think, number 23, Ethan McCorkle. Little hand wrestling there, but was able to look back to the ball.
12, Alex Varpio's pass.
Alex Varpio with the pass.
Complete, 4th and 30.
Alex Varpio in for Bryson Sloss, getting a rep at quarterback. Nice ball thrown. Ethan McCorkle with an even better defensive stand. And again, on that call with their hand fighting, McCorkle's good to get his head around, look back towards the ball. Usually avoids the pass interference flag. So
Yeah, now we have a 4th down.
looking to
Korah
punt.
electing to punt. He lets a beautiful punt.
And let's see if they can retrieve this with no
And there's a
yards.
5
There's
yards
a no-yard
again.
flag. Good run back for 5 yards.
Disciplined football coming down the stretch. Korah's made a couple mistakes. It looks like they all but had the game wrapped up with a hard running
Punt is
game.
fielded by number
But they've
18,
had now
Nicholas
four
Loudon
consecutive
for the Wolverines,
penalties,
and they'll
which
take
pushed them
over
back
first
in
and
yardage
10
on
from their own
offense. And
25.
again now with the no yards call, it really hurts. There's another 15 yards tacked on to the end of the punt, which will put White Pines in pretty good field position at their 40. It may look like they'll be first down on their 40 with a minute 42. Scott.
So you're saying there's a chance, Coach?
So you're saying there's a chance.
In the words of the immortal Al Bundy. So you're saying there's a chance. All right, so they take over near the 40 or 35. Oh, 30. On the 30-yard line with 142. They're going to run it. Garen Pine on the run. Korah is well defended on the play. Gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah, Korah has to be tough here in discipline. Play to the whistle, hard tackles, wrap. And if they do that, they'll be successful in this game. They have a minute 39 left in the game with the lead 14-6.
Maybe not at 2nd and 9, but shortly you might see them go to the air and, if not, complete a pass. So look for a pass interference deep down on the field and maybe break one. Time is running out for the Wolverines. Down to 1:33 on the clock. We got 14-6 for the Colts over the White Pines Wolverines.
When in
Wolverines,
doubt.
one last chance.
When in doubt, throw the Brady, throw the Hail Mary, hope for a penalty.
Marsha. And again, Korah has now come to play the way the White Pines defense had earlier in the game. Snuffing everything out, forcing him to contain. Nice stops. Corkle on the carry. Looks like Sorreo in on the tackle. Sorreo with an assist from number 88.
He's having a good game. He's been running the ball hard. He's been making some key tackles down the stretch here.
And again, Diego Campana having a nice game himself.
This looks like it's going to be 4th down territory. If they can get some yards here on 3rd down, I'm going to suspect White Pines going for it on 4th down. Looks like they're going to the air here.
Oh, the screen was well defended. And again, that's one where Garen Pine looked to his receiver, Stephen Day.
Makes it 4th down and 10.
Nolan, well defended on the play, but I can't get a number. Probably Campana.
He wanted the screen left, and
The screen left.
and it was
Campana read it
booked
the
out.
whole way.
Yeah, he certainly did. He played that well.
Yeah,
Took that away.
Garen Pine had to pull it in and try and scramble for his life, but with 2-3 guys in his face, nowhere to go. Brings up 4th down. As they say at Holy Cross, Hail Mary time.
Full of grace.
So 1:02 to go. Those of you watching at home, we'd like to thank you. Thank you for joining us. Thank all our sponsors today. Thank our Domino's Sault Ste Marie and Team Essentials group for our players of the game. And we will announce those shortly. But stay tuned here. We've got a great finish here. White Pines is going to go to the air, I'm assuming. Let's see if they can pull off a miracle and have a great finish. Oh, of course, Korah has something to say about that. Bring in their
On that last
defense.
play, Scott, always nice to see. I call that a coverage sack. Well played, well covered on the secondary. Gives your defensive line an opportunity to get in there on the quarterback, and that's exactly what happened. So we're setting up for a 4th down. This could be the ball game.
Garen Pine back. He wants to throw it. He's got the ball.
Well defended, number 7. I believe that's Hyam.
Great play on the defense.
Garen Pine's pass is
It looks like a
knocked down
turnover
by
on
number
downs.
7, Nathan Hyam.
Nice interior
Korah
pass.
Colts will take
Well
over
defended.
on
Great
downs
route, but better defense
on the 35-yard line.
by Hyam. Looked like the ball was going to 28 Owen Bouchard, but
Well, the
Or
score of the
Stephen
game,
Day Nolan.
14-6, doesn't really depict what the game was. Both teams had a great ground game with a few few penalties on both sides, and they put the ball on the ground a few times, White Pines, and you have to take that. Like I said, against a team like Korah, you only have so many plays that you can take off, and when you have an opportunity, you need to really take advantage of it. And again, 14-6, much closer than what that score depicts.
Yeah, and a weary bunch for White Pines, a depleted lineup, a smaller bench than the Korah Colts, and it was a hard-fought game. Smash mouth football, straight ahead, a lot of hitting, a lot of hard hits, a lot of great blocking, a lot of exciting action. Full marks to the White Pines defense, who came ready to play and put up big numbers, stopped a potent Korah offense, and they get full marks. A moral victory, even in a defeat, 14-6. It looks like it might end up as the final, as Korah is going to take a knee.
Yeah.
But full marks to the White Pines Wolverines,
Both
as well
squads.
as the Korah Colts.
Absolutely. Yeah. And before we end the show, I'd like to give a good shout out to a good friend of ours, Chris Carr. He's the equipment manager for the St. Mary's Knights squads, as well as for the Sioux Sabercats. Does a fantastic job, always committed to both teams, and hope he's watching and listening tonight. Buddy, we'll see you at practice tomorrow.
Excellent. So they're going to take another knee, running the clock down, 45 seconds. Again, Korah with a late touchdown to go ahead by 8 points.
Another knee, it'll be second down and third down and 12.
It looks like third down. We're going to run this one out as a formality, but again, great heads up to all the players on a fantastic performance today. Great for the fans, great for the families, and again, we can't wait to see you in the playoffs. Playoffs start next week, I believe, Coach.
It sure does. Yeah, tomorrow's going to wrap up the regular season, I think, for junior and senior. Again, as you stated, tomorrow's game against the St. Mary's Juniors, against the Superior Heights Juniors, will be at 4:45 here at Superior Heights. And I believe the senior action, the game has been canceled to my knowledge. I don't think Superior Heights Senior can field the team tomorrow due to illness and injuries. Hope for quick recoveries on that end and get them ready for the playoffs next week. So good luck to everybody in the playoffs, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Final knee, the final score,
Fantastic.
The Korah Colts 14,
So,
the White Pines
ladies and gentlemen,
Wolverines 6.
as I mentioned earlier, the Team Essentials,
Thank you, Coach.
Sault Ste. Marie Dominoes, has graciously sponsored our MVPs for the game. So I'm going to turn that over to the coach to go ahead and come up with our picks for MVPs for the respective teams. So, go
Okay,
ahead, Coach.
for Korah Colts, I think we're going to go with number 23, Hunter Dickinson. Played a really tough game. So congratulations, Hunter. Don't eat all that pizza in one sitting. And for the White Pines Wolverines, Wayne Jones-Reed had a hard fought game. Congratulations to you. Keep up the good work, kids, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
So props again to both teams, both coaching staffs, as you prepare for playoffs. What a great game. Treated our fans to a wonderful night of football. Stay dry, stay cool. We'll be back again tomorrow for the Superior Heights versus the St. Mary's Knights in junior action, 4:45 here on the dial. Make sure you tune in again, and we will join you again next week for the beginning of the playoffs. So 4:45 tomorrow, Friday, under the lights. Come and spend some time with us. Again, from Coach Barlow, my name's Scott McPherson, signing off today. Enjoy your evening. Drive safe. Take care.